All right, welcome everybody to the Myth Podcast, episode number 23. Today we'll be continuing our historical retrospective series and celebration of Myth's greatest tradition, the Myth World Cup. In this episode, we will be covering the Myth World Cup 2017 finals. I am GKG, and I am joined by my co-host Asmo.
Hello.
Asmo, what's going on?
Not much. Just been busy working outside, all sunburnt right now, but excited to take a look at these finals from 2017.
Yeah, 2017. So this was, do we consider 2017 a TMNT squad? It kind of is, but it
It,
wasn't named TMNT, but
it's sort. This is was this the ROFLMAZZERS? Was that
ROFLMAZZERS.
the
Yeah,
TMNT?
yeah, 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 yeah.
It's sort of TMT. There are like some. I'd say it's the less TMT of the three TMNT teams though.
Sure. Yeah, that's a
Verm,
fair
right?
statement.
Like Verm never teamed with us. I don't know if he was on his team, but he played in the finals, and then Shadow wasn't really TMNT. Think this is the only time he teamed with us.
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually don't remember I actually don't remember Shad being. I
Me
wonder if
neither.
I wonder if he's just observing. I honestly don't even remember him being in on the team at all. I
I've
wonder if he
never
had
remembered
subs.
teaming with though.
I think Verm for sure was a sub just for the finals. I don't think he was actually on the ROFLMAZZERS roster. Captain was, I think, on the roster. Had Captain been on TMNT before? I don't think so.
He was in 2015. Yeah, I'm
Was
surprised
he?
he made it
Okay.
to two rosters.
Okay. So he was on the 2015 roster. Okay. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like quasi TMNT, but
Yeah,
Cruniac was Cruniac was 2018 TMNT. Was he 2015?
he was
Yes, 2015.
2015
Okay,
too, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, 2015. Not 2013 though, but yeah.
Yeah, so this TMNT teams has like a lot of two-time guys, but not a lot of three-time guys, right? The only three-time guys on the team were me, you, maybe Arzenic. I can't remember.
Ours. Yeah, me, you, and ours. And
Yeah, just those
yeah.
three.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, as far as OG, like TMNT from 2013, just me, you, ours. Yeah, I guess that's true. So yeah, this was the ROFLMAZZERS roster. Dak and I, kind of the origin story behind this was Dak and I. It's basically my idea, but I talked to Dak about it a lot. I really wanted to make a team themed after named ROFLMAZZERS, just named after like just a bunch of Mazzer guys making a team because we were playing a lot of Maz around this time, and actually it was pretty similar to our normal TMNT roster. So I was just like, we just like have that team theme, and then we'll just like be playing Maz as our practice and warm up throughout the tournament, which is kind of what we did this year. You're on the roster, but I think of all the people on this roster, are like the least Mazzer of the group, right? Like you did play a little bit, but
Yeah, for sure. No, I what I remember about those math sessions is I would join them because like that's what the whole team was doing. But I would never finish a game. I think they were like mostly late night too. I feel like I fell asleep in like a couple of the games.
yeah, they are way too long. That's for damn sure. I guess that's why that might explain why Shad was on the team, like because he did play Maz with us. So I guess I put him on there just to fit the team theme. Verminix, I'm almost positive is not a Mazzer. We were just short players. I mean, Dak isn't even here for some reason, so he obviously couldn't make it. I'm almost positive he was on the team.
Yeah.
Um, we might have been missing one other person. I'm not sure. But looking at this Ratking team, this looks a lot like WTC. I mean, we even have Rawr with the WTC tag on. Um, well, I guess it's just Rawr, honestly. It doesn't have Kilgrath. It doesn't have some of the other WTC guys. So I guess it's just really Rawr. I don't remember what they called themselves. This Dragon Army, is that the DA tag, Dragon Army or something like
Yeah,
that?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dragon
okay.
Army.
So yeah, I mean this roster, this looks a bit stronger, I think, than Rat's 2015 roster and maybe the 2016 roster too. Because you got Paris, Thal, and Adren. Um, Monty's not terrible either, so it might be might be his strongest roster for him to date that he captained. Um, I don't know. What do you think about that?
Strongest roster to date. This is 2017. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say so. I don't think Thalander had been on either of the teams beforehand. Still has adrenaline. Yeah, I'd say this is probably the strongest roster to date that he's captained.
There
Um,
was. Oh, go ahead.
I was just doing some quick research right there to figure out stuff about our team. So I'm shocked. Dak was on the team, but he sort of wasn't. Like this roster we have here is the team that showed for every single week, with the exception of Verminix, who had to be a sub for sure. The
So
only
Dak
week
didn't really
Dak
play
played,
the whole tourney.
he played week one, so something must have happened after week one, and yeah, he didn't play any more matches.
Yeah, damn. Okay. Yeah, that sounds somewhat familiar. I guess Verm was just subbing. Was there anybody else on the roster that is not
Not that
here?
showed up in the games. No, it was just me, you,
Okay.
R,
So it
Shad,
was really just an
Cruniac,
eight-man
Captain, and
roster,
BKP.
and Verm was subbing for Dak apparently. Is
Yeah,
that
must
really
be.
it?
I guess so.
Huh. Interesting. I'm what? Oh, you know what? I think we let them sub somebody too, and that's why we had Verm. Because Verm is, arguably better than Dak, at least pure BC wise. I'm almost positive they were okay with it because we gave them somebody. Can you look it
Yeah.
up? Is it a Dren
Uh,
maybe?
I'm assuming it's him, but we'll confirm it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. We wanted to play 8v8 and we let them have a Dren, and they let us have Verm. So
Yeah, he doesn't have any tag on, and that seems like a player that'd be strong enough that it makes sense to let us get a sub.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, DA's their teammate. Let's see. Now it appears Adrenaline was on their team. I'm
Oh,
not seeing
interesting.
Kryptos up to this point on any of these other games.
Huh. I feel like
Might
we
have
let
been
them.
Kryptos.
It might
No,
have been
no,
Kryptos. Really?
no, he was on there. I don't know. I have no idea.
Huh.
Maybe they just had eight and they wanted 8v8. I have no idea.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. So maybe that's what it was. They had
Probably
eight,
didn't want to bench someone,
and
right?
we were gonna force them to sit somebody to play 77, probably. Although we probably shouldn't have in hindsight. Probably should just played 7v8.
True, true.
But yeah, I yeah, there was a little bit of. We should note that like Ratking was coming off of a pretty strong win in the 2016 TWS TWS 16 is what I meant to say finals. Um, he beat like a pretty strong team originally organized by Limp, but then late at the end of the tournament in the finals got shorthanded, and I stepped in to try and help still make it an interesting tournament for the guys, even though I didn't really want to play. I don't typically play in the TWS tournaments, but and they won. They won. They beat us in two matches, and I was captaining that team, so that was a good strong win for them. He had like a super stacked roster too, like including Kirk. I think that was actually one of the last times we saw Kirk play. And so like there was some shit talk that was surprised me at the time, that was said at the time when they beat me and the team. It wasn't really my team, but um, if I'm capping the team, it's treated as anybody beating it is like it's no I beat GKG's team, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
um, so there was some words exchanged, and I will admit that this was the one year I was like, especially after we just watched 2015 too, and like how how badly I underperformed as a captain. Like like that was a close finals, and it really shouldn't have been, right? Um, and then that shit that happened in 2016 where I lost to Rat's team in TWS. So like Rawr Rawr loves to stir the pot, and I don't mind Rawr's shit talk. It's all good fun. But Rat, like I was like a little surprised by Rat because I thought him and I were cool at the time, and he started like kind of talking some shit. So I was like, okay. So now coming into 2017, I'm like, okay, this is like actually one of the years. I'll say there's only 2 years I really tried to stack a team in all my years of MWC, and like 2011 was the first time with the Bulls, and then this was the other year. Like I was actually kind of trying to stack. I mean, obviously not stacking to the max because we had Shad on the roster, who's clearly the weakest player on this roster. But yeah, it was a stack year for sure. And yeah, and there was we were looking to kind of I was looking to kind of set the record straight, if you will, I guess, right? So probably could have played this 7v8. Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of the story of this finals going into it. I can't really remember anything else. Is there anything else you can remember?
No, not really.
Oh, I TO'd. I should mention that too.
Oh, that's right,
This is
yeah.
the only MWC I ever TO'd. It was a weak MWC. Totally agree with that. I don't think there's anything I could have done about it. A lot of people think I should have like done all this crazy promotion or whatever. I really don't think the promotion helps all that much. Like, what the best promotion anybody can do is just team organizers organizing teams, right? Like they're the ones who to me it's a very much organic grassroots bottom up, especially as these MWCs have gotten smaller over the years. It's much more of a bottom up organic organization in my opinion. I think the TO has really little influence over that whatsoever. But a lot of people were very critical of my TOing at the time, especially me coming in as like the kind of winning basically all the MWCs I had been playing in for a while. To see me also TO, probably I guess there's going to be some backlash there, like too much power in the hands of one person or whatever kind of thing. Which I understand. I think I will say I think I did a good job keeping it pretty low drama. People were very critical. I always stayed very professional, I think, with everybody in my interactions with the community at the time, because I do take that. I do take having like a more official role. It's the same thing when I'm capping a team, right? Like anybody who's been under my teams as a captain, I'm like I take a shit seriously. I feel I take some degree of responsibility for everybody's enjoyment of the tournament, and I think that's why if you ask anybody it's teamed with me, they pretty much all say they enjoy playing on my teams. So I try to do the same thing as TO. I think I did the best I could. There's criticisms about not promoting and also not having it on Discord. Discord, I may have started the year prior or whatever. It really hadn't fully taken over at that point in time. But sure, I think the Discord thing's probably a valid criticism. I was a little slow to the game. It's a little slow to the voice chat. I picked it up the next year. The promotion stuff, I don't know. It was a weak year, weak showing. Limp couldn't show up, and normally he's a pretty key player, especially around that time. Like he was very active in 2016, so to see he wasn't around in 2017, normally he would have organized probably what would have become the other finalist team, right? Instead of Rat's team. That didn't happen, so it just is what it is. I think we were missing some other people. If you look at the history of MWCs, it kind of fluctuates like that. Like sometimes there's just weak years from people's schedules, and people just it just lines up poorly for people, and they're not able to play. Some years are kind of better than expected, right? So yeah, that's I think did I do a triple elimination format for this?
There was definitely something different about the format of Smith World Cup. I don't know what it was exactly, but just looking at like the results page, I can't understand it fully. There was definitely something different about it.
I think there was. I think I made it triple elimination. I can't remember how many teams there were. I would hope there was eight, but I'd kind of be surprised actually if there was. I remember there was so this is the first year I remember Garnish showing up on the scene, and like the team that he traditionally organized, I think it was called Berserkers or something like that. Um, and there was some discussion about, like, I was literally trying to help as many people, like trying to help people organize more teams. I even offered to captain that team, like as like part of my secondary team, which I don't think anybody would have had issue with, because it's like, it's not, that team's not going to be like a finals contending team or anything, right? And I thought it would have been good to maybe give that group of players some experience under a more experienced captain. Might have, maybe they would have learned something, but Garnish didn't take me up on the offer at the time. Garnish doesn't like me for whatever reason. I don't really know, but and definitely not at the time. I think people, I've encountered this a lot with people that show up new to the community, and I don't know who they are yet, and they like already have a negative impression of me before I even know who they are, or I've had a chance to even interact with them. I've always noticed this. It took me a while to notice it, but it's always because somebody got in their ear talking shit about me, and what a terrible person I am, before I even got a chance to meet that person, and you know what I mean.
I,
So
well, I'd say the one valid thing, and it's a criticism that people make of me too, I think, is like during Mithril Cup season, you got some better Rabble games going, hopefully, and those good players want to play with good players. So sometimes, you got to password those games and don't let everyone in. And some people get super offended by it. So that might have been, like some of the casual players have a certain feeling toward
oh,
you
interesting.
and some other
Okay, that's a good
people.
point. That's a good point. Yeah. So I am famously one of the most, like, quick to password games, right? I think probably I'm probably the most quick to password game probably of anybody in the whole community. So that's fair. That's a good point. And that's totally valid. And people don't have to like that. That's okay. To me, like, I only started doing that probably around, like, I don't know. I don't think I did it nearly as much in the earlier years when I was younger and had more time. As I got older and had less time, it seriously became like, hey, I have more limited time to play this game, and I just want to get some fucking good games, and I'm not gonna waste any more time. And I'm okay with hurting some feelings over that. It's okay for me. You know what I mean? So
Well, it's normal in other games. That's what people don't understand. Like in almost all other games, like there's literally like auto queues and stuff that intentionally separate people by skill level. That's sort of just like
yeah,
normal, right? That's how a game
yep.
should be played.
Yeah, this game just happens to be so small that you're like somewhat forced to mix like players of vastly different skill levels in the same game, and it just never goes well. You know what I mean? Like, it just never goes well. I
Yeah,
don't I don't actually think it's good for the weaker players either. You aren't gonna learn that much. Just getting like stomped super hard over and over and over again. So I actually don't even, if I was in their position, I wouldn't even be that upset about it. I'm not actually sure why some people are so upset about it. Maybe I think it's really just because there's not another game. Maybe, right? Like,
yeah,
they'd rather play something rather than nothing. And if there was more players, then they would just go play some other game that had players of more appropriate skill level, and it would probably be more enjoyable for both parties and everything.
for
But
sure.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's a good point to bring up. So maybe it isn't people were talking shit about me. Maybe it was that. Maybe I was passwording some games at the time, or maybe it was both. Right. So who knows? But um, I have noticed that a lot. There's a lot of players that like already don't like me, before I even really had a chance to interact with them. So my I'll just point out to anybody who feels a certain kind of way about me passwording a game. I don't play anymore anyway, so it's not really an issue. But um, I would just point out, like, I am also the first guy who will offer to teach somebody who's willing to learn. So that's my counter argument. Like, do you actually want to get better at the game, or you just want to be invited to the games? Like, which one should you care about more? I would say you should care more about getting better at the game, but I just want to feel like there's the time has been productive, for people. That's all. When I see like the games are just a giant waste of time for everybody, I'm usually the first person to kind of step in and be like, hey, this is kind of bullshit, and I kind of want to take charge and like make it better, right? So that's just my attitude about it. Not trying to be a dick. That's just my attitude. Anyway, so yeah, I think that about covers it. If we remember anything else, we can bring it up as we're watching. But let's dig into these games. Yeah.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, game one, I really like this map in pick. It's not something that's played a lot. A lot of people have complaints about it. I mean, like there are some certain things where it's not completely balanced, but I don't know. Still like it.
So okay, so yeah, so it's assassin, and we got these dummies kind of spread out. So it's kind of like a slightly different variation of like Assassin on Great Divide, for example, that has the statues as the assassin target. Like it's a static target still for the assassin target, and it's spread out on your side of the map. But these dummies are probably a lot weaker than the statues, and there's a lot more of them. But yeah, I do really like this. This almost should be like God. I mean, if you were to try and spread these assassin targets out even further around the map, would it almost turn into like flag rally basically? If you treated the dummies as flags, because you kind of tag them once, right, and then you're done with them.
Yeah, if you put them like somewhere on the middle sides or whatever, then it'd be more of a aggressive race. I guess
But you could suicide into them.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the whole flag rally thing is like the flag rally thing. You got to push them off from contesting, but with this, you could actually dive in and like kill the target without pushing them off the contest range. Yeah. But otherwise, it'd be kind of similar. So let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah. We watched another game. I forget what I think it's called Shattered Earth. We watched another game about this. That I think also we played in, and yeah, we went for a kind of a heavier archer trade because there's just not a whole lot of other units for you to get on this. I think it was it had fetch on it. This one doesn't have fetch though. So
we put a different version.
What's that?
Yeah, it was a different version, like spiders and fetch.
Yeah, that must have been a more dark version. Yeah. But this still has archers on it. I think both variants had Herons, so that's why I was kind of confused. But yeah, I think this is the correct trade. I think I'm happy with the trade I got here. I think this is what I don't think it is kind of a more BC heavy trade, and I think that's the correct way to play it. I don't think Thrall have much value here.
No, I think Thrall look terrible here because there's so many just like tight passages. And the map's spread out too, and assassin targets are spread out. Yeah, I like our trade. This is probably what I would do today.
Yeah, there's just not enough fast melee on the map, and too many chokes. It's like hard to like get a good surround on an open space for like to set up like some nice pinches or anything. So like with all these chokes, it's a lot harder to develop a surround and a pinch on open terrain. The archers can always just keep backing up to the next choke, pretty much. And that makes the archers more effective as well, like even defensively to like prevent them from being rushed down. I also want to note this is you see a lot of chat from our team. Their team must be on voice chat. I know our team was not on voice chat because 2018 was the first year we did voice chat. So we'll see our team's chat in this at least. You'll see already. I think we're doing a lot of good communication, which is pretty typical for us. Their team is on voice though, so we won't unfortunately get to hear their comms or see their comms. But their trade is also fine, I think. It's pretty similar. It just has a little bit more Thrall, and what else? They got an extra. Oh, same dwarfs.
It's not. They have one more dwarf, a little bit more Thrall.
Oh, one more dwarf. Okay.
Yeah, very similar trades, but the thing I hate about their trade is they traded for one less white than you can.
Yeah, I just noticed that. They must have less archers. They did 14 archers. What did we do?
15.
15. Okay, so similar amount there. Okay, so they went one less white. Yeah, all in all, I don't think the trade really makes or breaks this. They're similar enough.
Yep.
I do prefer ours very slightly more, but I think Rat still did a good job trading this. Like he didn't like totally drop the ball on the trade.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's winnable for sure.
Yeah, it's fine. Looks like they are gonna have a north flank. I mean, on this, I would expect to do 3-prong probably. I think 3-prong is the way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, I'm at 0. You ready to start it?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
Yeah, I mean, we three-way split our Heron, so yeah, we have to assume we're gonna 3-prong it.
Croon, you, and myself are here. Yeah, that makes sense. That's not what I would do. How many?
I wonder if we satcheled or bottle plus. I don't think we did.
There's no water. I don't normally do definitely not bottles if there's no water to make them.
Satchel's pretty good against
Satchels
Herons, though.
sometimes. Yeah, against Hurons, satchels are nice. But looks like we don't have them. Do the archers have fire? Yep. So again, satchels are kind of nice with fire. Yep.
Oh, yeah, we are doing satchels actually.
Oh. Who's
Shadow
got
grabbed on.
Oh, interesting. Verm has a gold pack too. I wonder.
He's probably doing the same thing. They probably both did satchel.
There is a lot of goals on the map, so yeah. No, I don't think Verm. I don't think he
didn't grab satchel.
If he did, it must have only been like 1, because I see 3. He only got goals with 3 holding something. So I assume those are all pus.
What do you think of the initial directions for the teams? Ours is like pretty standard 3-prong. Is a little bit different.
Ours is different, you think?
No, ours is like pretty standard. We set.
Yeah, I think they're doing something similar to.
They got.
They have 3 archer squads. Yeah, okay. They got 2 archer squads middle right now, but let's see if they split up. They might split up.
Their east is their light flank. It looks like just a small hair pack.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't want to talk shit, but like, so the weak players on these teams is, for them, it's Flatline, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely Flatline. And then for us, it's Shad. Shad just has a gold pack, though. If people are not familiar with Verm's actually like a pretty solid BC player. Like, high 3 balls and just like raw BC power. Flashes of 4 balls sometimes. Yeah, so. Interesting. Kryptos has a gold pack in the west, and he ran around your Hurons. You're trying to chase him, but he's trying to gun straight for the dummies, which is smart. I like that. He's putting a lot of good pressure on our backfield.
They'll probably at least get 1 or 2.
Yeah. Yep. Our gold pack we probably need something shadowing that, to be honest. I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. Verm is nearby. Verm or Shad? Pick up their. Oh yeah, I'm calling it. Shad, you're supposed to be north. Okay, so Shad was supposed to be north, and he went the wrong direction. That's what's throwing everything off right now. Yeah, I'm pissed about that probably. Yep, I hate when that happens. So if Shad was with you north, then it would have been fine. You had a pus.
Just get a big pass on the gold pack. We'll see if I can bring up pus to it.
Might get a few goals. Okay, so they got 1 statue. That might be the only statue. Was it a dummy? Target dummy? That might be the only one they get. But it's forcing us to like back up and like clean it up, and it's like slowing us down, which is kind of annoying. Oh, look at this. Their archers are really facing heavy against our west. They got 2 archer squads. Both teams left middle. That's interesting.
That's what I say. Mid's completely open. It looks like our gold pack, Shad, is shifting mid, so maybe he'll sneak in their backfield through mid. That's what he should be doing right now. Now it looks like he's going to shadow more Kryptos goals that are coming through mid.
Yeah, I called for our mid needs to do something. Where's our 3rd archer pack? I don't see it.
There's one in the very east. There's one in the northwest. Yeah, I don't see the 3rd one. Where's the 3rd one? Oh, it's in mid. It's like delayed in mid. Captain's on it. It's just
yeah. Oh god, he's way out of position. Oh my god. Yeah, he's like not anywhere near where he should be.
Pretty sloppy start from our team.
Yeah, I agree.
Like just basic directions that weren't being followed, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm telling Cap to stay mid, but there isn't anything mid, so he needs to actually go somewhere else. Like he should have had a Huron pack with him, or Thrall or something to support with him.
They're getting more, whatever, assassin targets too, because they brought more goals just now.
Yeah, I really hate that we didn't pull one of the goal packs. Should have been all over that right off the bat. It's like your Hurons are being, they can't keep up. Like he's just gonna keep killing.
There's too many. I can't cover all of them. The good thing is they're using big plus on it right now. At least he's like 2 big plus on it, so they're damn plus at least.
Yeah, they're using a lot of pus. That's Kryptos controlling that. I think that's a waste of pus, honestly.
Should just micro better.
The thing is about this, it's going to come down to a BC fight. It's not going to be about the big fight in the Northwest. It looks like we're winning. This is going to go down to a BC fight, and that's going to decide the game. Like them going up in some points, I'm actually not that concerned right now.
If I've counted right, they've used 6 plus, and they didn't max buff, so they only have 4 plus left. Yeah, we're up.
This is about this is about winning the BC fight, not about trying to get an early lead on the targets.
Yeah, I like the position we're in. I mean, getting our targets was nice, but there's so much time left, and we're already on their side.
Yeah, and they're not going to be able to get all the targets. There's so much time, exactly. Like, like 99 times out of 10, this game ends in one side killing all the targets because they've won the BC fight, right? So if they were going to play that goal sneak attack play, they should have tried to like run the timer out and do that at the end. That's the way you would want to play that. But that, again, that's unlikely to be useful because the BC fight's going to probably be deciding the game by then anyway. So look at this. Captain's behind their east a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like a pitch. It's awkward because he has no belief. I think he'll be okay. Never mind. He's got support coming. Cruniac's coming to support him.
He needs to defend his dwarf. Oh man, his dwarf is so exposed. Oh my!
Oh wow!
Oh, the gold goes for the archers. Wow.
That's so weird.
Okay, Cruniac is coming in, but I don't know if he's gonna save that dwarf. He's gonna try.
Oh no. Oh.
Cruniac should have saved that dwarf. He could have, I think. He's not going to, but I think he should have. Oh! I can't believe he saved it. Wow.
Oh man.
That was some bad pathing.
Oh, now Paris is rushing at the dwarf, maybe.
Oh, it's too late. I think they. Oh, why is Captain not defending his dwarf? Oh my. Oh, he did. Oh wow, he's still alive.
This dwarf is like the ultimate bait.
Somehow. Yeah. That dwarf should have been done. Wasn't even defended that well. Their dwarf is down.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, they're getting smoked in the BC fight. Yeah. Cruniac just pussed himself in the back of his Hurons. Yeah, if you're Rat's team, you really got to be nervous right now because you don't want to get smoked this badly in a BC fight.
Yeah, we're about to destroy all those Herons that surround on them. And archers on them.
Yeah, we definitely want to milk this and let our arty get engaged. I think it's good to pull out there. Adrenaline's about to get mopped up in the Northwest.
Yeah, it's pretty much a wrap at this point. We have everything that's in our backfield. Shadow's really good and have a massive BC lead.
5 minutes remaining.
Ooh. Oh shit, I just took a nasty dwarf shot from flat. Apparently I didn't see the dwarf on the hill there.
Our archers need to be on the dwarf. I guess shooting the arrows is fine.
Hit anything they can, yeah. I do like how much communication our team is doing. A lot of constant communication, which is a good sign. However, of course, people going the wrong direction and like being slow to get into correct position is still some sloppiness there. But I do think this is starting to see a little bit of a faster pace compared to even 2015 maybe, right?
I do like to face this game for sure. They made an aggressive move. We pushed on their
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because wasn't it 2015? We're like, wow, this shit is slow. I think it might have been that year.
Yeah, probably like.
Or even 2013 too.
Every year, 2016 before, most likely.
Yeah.
This is like a good game one for sure. We'll see how the rest go.
Oh, Flat still has satchels. He almost, if that door part had blown up right there, that would be juicy. Yeah. Not that it matters anymore, but. Oh, that's down now.
Seems like Rawr's played decent in this game first half. Surprised his Herons are still alive.
Rawr really, I think he kept improving as a player, and the last couple of years we saw him, he was actually surprisingly decent.
Yeah, I think Rawr just has a good approach to the game.
Wish he would come back too as another player. Would have been good to have him back. He like just before he left, like he started to become a caliber of player that could be on finals contending teams regularly. I feel.
Team eliminated.
And that wraps that one up. Okay. Well, as you said, you were worried about your ratios this game, but you had a good game this game at least, right? So. I had a lot of
that worries me for the rest of the series though. If I had that good ratios game one, oh gosh, what happens? But, yeah. You had good ratios, especially since you had to heal 6 whites, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Okay, so 6 whites plus the target dummies I think count as my losses too as captain. So
gotcha.
5 plus 6, 11. So I guess my real losses is 3, but still, I did take a nasty dwarf shot from Flat. Didn't look great. But other than that, it's fine. I think Adren did pretty good for their team, and it's not surprising. Like this. Putting a Dren on like Artie on a map like this where he can't get surrounded and rushed and like it's easy. It plays well into his strengths, right? So I think it was Flat that was with archers with him. So I'm guessing Flat's archers probably got taken out first, is what I saw. I remember looking up there right before Dren was going to get rushed, and Flat was already dead, and Dren I think was still alive. So. Not sure what Paris did. He's got pretty low stats. I'm not sure what he did.
He was on a Heron pack. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I think he was still alive, but he just got eliminated there at the very end or something. So Kryptos kind of made a big move there in, diving in and going for the targets. Now, this is like one of those cases where. I normally am in favor of players playing aggressively and staying focused on the game type, which is what his move did there. But you really have to know, this is where you get into the nuance a little bit, and in this particular case, actually that was not the correct play to make, because you got to know, is this game, like the particular map, game type, and game time configuration that you're looking at, is it BC focused or is it game type focused? And this is getting a little bit of a preview into what I want to eventually talk about in my whenever we get around to doing the strategy video. But in this particular case, even though it's Assassin, which Assassin often is more game type focused, in this particular configuration with target dummies and everything else, it's gonna be BC focused on this. When I look at it, the BC fight is gonna, in other words, the BC fight is gonna decide this game, not getting an early lead on the game type, right? So there's no way to really leverage it. You get an early lead with the target dummies unless you can eliminate the team early, prematurely, which, like, if they could have gotten us down to like 2 dummies or something like that and then pinned us to those last 2 dummies, like that's the only way I would really see it like kind of mattering, right? But look, they killed 5, and there's 9 targets, so we still had 4 left. It's just too hard to get them all, right? And they end up wasting about 3 or 4 pus and about 6 or 7 goals, maybe even 8 goals, getting those 5 targets. So I don't. It put themselves at a BC disadvantage early, just for some targets that ended up not mattering in the end, right? So.
Well, I think a big thing about it too is, you know, they didn't get us pinned at all. Like, even though they got our backfield, that was the only pressure they had, was like those 6 goals, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, they didn't have any follow-up pressure to actually keep us there on defense. Like, I literally took 2 herons and 1 goal to shadow that throughout the whole game, and they didn't kill our targets. That's literally 2 units we're missing offense, and they have no offense beyond those goals.
Yeah. The question that everybody needs to ask themselves is like, hey, if I can get my team an early lead here, how can I leverage that to gain some kind of advantage that helps us win the game, right? And in this case, like, getting an early lead doesn't help you at all. You can't leverage it in any meaningful way unless it came to some extreme situation like I just said, where you get them down to their last 1 or 2 dummy targets and they literally have to just like fall back and camp, and then you just pin them. Like, but that's so hard to do with 9 targets. So you can't do it really. So it's not something you could like really rely on. Okay, let's start up game 2.
Next map's BC oriented as well, 2 back-to-back games.
Yes, King of the Hill on this, especially, man, with these RD units, man, like, yeah, very BC focused for sure. Okay, I'm saying nice adjustment to captain last game. I guess because of his flank going behind them. I guess I liked that. Although, I mean, I did like it. Although it could have gone poorly if he got cleanly picked off there in that initial rush, right? Could have been bad.
Oh. Trades are quite a bit. No, they're not too different. They elected for more souls than we did, and we elected for more melee. That's essentially the difference.
Yeah. I might like their trade more, honestly. I think Rat's doing a really good job with the trade so far, and he did a really good job in 2015 too. You know, I would say Rat's strength as a captain is the trades. Like, he does put in some effort, some planning. He does trades. He gives. There were some questionable squad distributions for sure. Whenever we last looked, I guess that was 2016, I think. But all in all, I think his trades are like been pretty. I mean, I can't really criticize him on trades because in 2015 I shit the bed hard on trade. Like, he out traded me in 2015. We only won because we were just like a better team, right? So yeah, no, I think he's doing a good job with the trades. Yeah, because I just don't know those extra Zerks that we got. I feel like they're just gonna get picked off really easily. Trying to like, I guess my plan, I guess, is like, hey, I don't need the extra souls, like 8 is enough or whatever, and having some extra Zerks just to get some extra time on the flag to pressure them on flag time, I guess, is my thinking there, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. You ready to start this one?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
I was interested to see what the game time is, and it's 10 minutes.
That's long.
I was gonna think, if it's like 8 minutes, okay. Maybe
10 favors them more.
Type a little bit more, you know.
Yeah,
but
10
like,
favors them more. Yep.
10 plus is like straight BC at this point with it being cocked.
Yep. Which I think Rat out traded me on this one. I think for sure. It's not the end of the world. It's not like game ending off the bat or anything, but I do think they have a slight to moderate advantage with the extra souls there. Okay. Never mind. So they got Kryptos, Monty, and Paris on fetch. What does Adren have? Because Adren's arguably their best player.
Yeah, not being on fetch is a little weird. He's on souls.
Yeah, I don't like that
He
decision.
probably asked for it too.
He asked for it?
Most likely, yeah, I just remember, so 2016, if there's souls on the map, he usually wants
Flag
them.
captured.
Yeah, that's a big mistake, I
Flag
think.
contested.
Especially since fetch are like one of the most micro-intensive units, especially with this unit set, with Dwarf
Yeah.
Heroes and souls and fetch.
Mm-hmm. They do push us off a little bit with their early spider pack. We're having trouble getting time. Rat's keeping us off. I like what Rat's doing there. He's probably gonna win that engagement. I got some souls just hitting me in the back. That's my own souls. Oh my god. I'm doing a sloppy job here. I should have baited him in my souls a little bit there. That was kind of a bad move on me right off the bat there. Rat did a nice job.
Is all you have the souls and spiders?
Yep.
Flag
like
contested.
Yeah. It looks like I'm going to be stealing some Zergs throughout the game. My job is clearly to get just contests, so I want everybody else to fight.
Flag
I'm just trying to
contested.
get game time.
Flag
We're doing a pretty
contested.
bad job right off the bat here, though. It's not looking good for us. They're doing a really good job keeping us off that flag. They already got a minute lead.
Flag
Nice.
contested. Flag lost.
They really
Flag
shouldn't have been able to do that with our Zerk advantage in the beginning. Like, this fetch took a while to get in range. I really don't know why our Zerks didn't go in there to push them off.
For sure, we should have done like false Zerk rush mode to make him back up.
Got to gut check that middle flag until the fetch.
Yeah, for sure. Somehow we won't position a mid right now, though. We're not wanting it, but...
So Adren is doing some okay harass, I guess, from the outside. Otherwise, this is kind of a lineup. Oh, okay. You might be getting somewhat of an advantage over Kryptos, maybe.
Flag contested. Flag.
Ooh,
You got good soul support, too.
Lost.
Oh, we need that one touchdown. Oh, we gotta finish him. There.
There you go. Good job.
Gotta finish. Oh, nice. Oh, we're getting a fetch lead.
Yeah, so we go to 7%.
Oh, another fetch goes down. Man, their fetch are very clumsy. You shouldn't lose fetch to souls so easily like that.
Flag contested. Flag captured.
Dren's still trying to harass from the back there. I don't think that's that effective, honestly.
Yeah, because we gotta widen that water. It's sort of...
Yeah, no, it kind of just nullifies him completely. He's out of the fight for his team. He's like arguably their best player.
Flag lost.
We need to just play this slow now with the fetch damage.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Ooh, Cruniac taking some big fetch shots there. He needs to heal up. Or soul shots, I should say. We've only lost one fetch so far. So Kroon lost one fetch. Ooh, oh, beautiful! That was nice. Wow.
What cause that does? Is it raining right now?
It's a light rain. I mean, yeah, they got lucky with 2 duds, but even just one would have done the trick. So that just swung things big right there for them.
Right back in the game now, potentially.
Flag lost. Flag.
Oh man,
that was a really good
rain on the map.
Captured.
That was Rawr and Rat set that up. And it was Paris on the fetch.
Oh wow, something else happened. We're only up 6%.
Yeah, time's
Flag
tied.
contested.
This is going down to the wire right now. 3:40 to go.
Flag contested.
Oh, Kroon lost his fetch. That's what happened.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the fetch is, they're actually ahead in fetch right now. They're ahead by 1 fetch. Captain has been doing a phenomenal job of fetch. He's the only one with all his, but now, as soon as I say that, he gets rushed by his Zerg. Oh, man. Okay, we're really starting to fall apart on the fetch now. Oh, my God. As soon as I said that, damn. Now we have to rush. We've lost the fetch fight. We have to... oh my god. Oh my god. Who? That was Monty. Monty, a monster on fetch for them. He won that north for them. That was huge. Monty, very underrated player. Some players are just better in that like straight up head-on BC fight dynamic, and Monty is definitely one of those players. Like he's like 4-ball level if you can like kind of just get a straight BC fight.
I feel like you're right. I think we just need a rush right now, right?
Yeah. Ooh, we just picked up the spider pack. I definitely think we have. Yeah, I don't know why we're not rushing. We're just gonna bleed out otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, they have 2 fetch left, and all our fetch are down. Losing the fetch fight was pretty brutal on this. They're probably doing this just because fetch are so important. And our rush is like really weak.
Yeah.
Oh, Shad is back there with some Zerks and everything. Yeah, we should have just fully committed to the rush earlier when we still had 1 fetch left. Because if you got 1 fetch left, that makes your rush a lot stronger. At this point, we've lost, I think. It's almost impossible for us to get back in. How many dwarfs? Do we even have, like, we have 1 or 2 dwarfs?
2, but they're out of the fight. They're fighting souls right now.
Who is that? Shad. Man, Shad is, like, not paying attention to what's going on mid. He's, like, so focused on Adren, I feel. We should have just ignored it.
Yeah, Arzenic calls right now. Shad, just leave that. You can't win it. Help it.
Oh my god, Shad is totally out of the fight. He's like not even aware of what's going on. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, we've lost. We've lost this. We were looking pretty strong there, and then we went from like a 3 fetch advantage to nothing.
-2 or something like that. Yeah, me and Cruniac sort of
Contested.
died exactly
like the
same
only
time.
the only mistake I'd say you made is like maybe your fetch should have been more spread out, so you only lost 1 instead of both, right? But otherwise, I can see why. Like it wasn't like it was brutal what happened to you for sure. It could have happened to anybody.
We killed our fetch somehow, but the time is over at this
30
point.
seconds.
Yeah.
Flag contested.
It was well fought by both teams, honestly. Good game there. You know, this should put more confidence in Ratking's team that, like, in a straight BC fight, they can win games. That's good, because they got kind of smoked in the last one, right? So
Yeah. Yeah,
it's tied up
it's going
1-1.
Monty's gonna have big numbers this
Game
game. Seems
over.
like he played pretty well.
Monty, yeah,
He'll
big
get in
numbers.
for it.
Monty MVP for his team this game. Look at we both called it. It was a mistake giving Adren that squad. Look, he didn't do anything really with it. You know,
Yeah.
it was. It does seem like something like it was his idea to do that. It does seem like that, yeah. Because honestly, Shad was being overly focused on it too. Because honestly, the sunk white could have just held it off the whole time. You don't even need to worry about it.
Literally just keep a dwarf here on that hill and the sunken white.
Yep.
Just
Just bait him into the white if you need to, yeah. See, I don't know what H&P and R's had. I lost a bunch of shit. Yeah, I didn't do great either. Captain did good until the very, very end. I think you did good, honestly, too. I mean, you did win the initial engagement with Kryptos. Cruniac, you normally I would have expected bigger things from Cruniac that game. I think he was the first to lose his fetch. I mean,
I didn't see how it happened.
yeah, I think he. If I had to guess, it was just Soul Spears that got him. I don't know what ours and H&P must have had just dwarfs, kind of like guarding everybody, dwarfs and melee.
Ours did for sure. Yeah, I think you're right. HP probably did too.
Yeah, so they probably just couldn't really get in the fight, and they had to like rush their shit at the end and die. So, good game for their team, and it was well played. It was kind of close. Well played. We kind of went back and forth. It was interesting. So it's tied 1-1. That's good. Okay, Majestic Falls FG. Okay, nice. I like this. Yeah, that was around this time period that this map got played more. I guess we saw it in 2014 was the last time we saw it that we watched. This is like maybe the biggest map I can think of in all of Myth. I don't know if there's one bigger. What do you think?
Yeah, this has to be it, especially just like on top of it, all the details within the map.
Yeah, it's just so fucking huge. Like, if you took just the top left quadrant of this map, like captured like those 4 flags, you know, the top left 4 flags, like that almost is like almost a normal sized map. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this is huge.
I forgot to speed this up. Hang on. All right, so let's look at these trades. Okay, I just finished trading 4 morts. Okay, some souls. Now, okay, we remember. Okay, this is Flag Rally. That is that exact same game type as the last one. We remember that when it was played in 2014, that the Northwest start had a distinct advantage, right? Because that West flag is way more defensible than really anything that the Southeast start has. Like the East flag doesn't have the same terrain.
Yeah.
So that's an unfortunate, like, I'd say fairly significant mismatch on this map. This is where like lack of symmetry in some of these myth maps used for tournaments is not helpful. I do think, oh, look at this. They make a pretty significant mistake, I think, though, in not getting hardly any souls, because the strength of their start is having some souls that can defend that west flag from those hills. So they didn't really take advantage of it.
I don't like their trade this game. I think they have a huge advantage on the trade.
Yeah, I agree.
The stakes just don't make sense.
Stakes don't make any sense. Everything eats them. Like, literally, what are they strong against? Souls. Like, that's the only thing, but, like, that doesn't matter, right? So, yeah, like, everything eats them. Thrall eat them. Zerks eat them. Morts.
Even against the souls, they're not actually good on this map. Just look at all the hidden places for souls. There's hidden places for them across the whole map.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, they can't actually even chase down and like.
They can't zone them out, really.
All they can do is like survive the souls. That's about it, right? They can't really like push them or anything. Yeah. So yeah, I do think this is the first map I would say that we got a significant advantage in the trade over them. Yeah, so although they had the start advantage, they are not going to be able to take advantage of it whatsoever with their trade. 3 souls is not enough to really leverage any kind of advantage holding that west flag. So they kind of missed the opportunity there. Based on trades, I definitely favor us in this game. They did split FG. Okay, we did split FG too. It's me and Kroon FGing. For them, it's a Dren and Monty. Interesting. So Monty, yeah, Monty's not a bad FGer. I gave him FG one time on Bulls in 2011. So even though we had myself, Kirk, and Genghis, I still let him FG one time and did fine. So yeah, who else would I like? They got Dren and Monty. Yeah, I mean the only other person that you might consider is Paris probably. That's about it.
Yeah.
But I think I probably like Monty and Adren even more, so yeah, it makes sense. I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do on this one, so if you recall last time we did a big we had like a 2-prong with all our fast melee, and it ended up all pinching one of the flanks. So I'm wondering if we're gonna set that up this time, but we'll see. You ready to start it?
Yeah. The way the splits are, I'm thinking we're a 3-prong game, but like doing one side with heavy Zerks.
Well, yeah, 3-prong, but I'm thinking one of those prongs is like a slow defensive prong. Like I'm guessing we're gonna do something similar as I did in 2014. So like I expect all the Thrall and Souls probably maybe to go on the north flank. Actually, I'm not sure. Honestly, it could be the south flank too. But I think they'll all go to one side, and that's the side I expect to hold. And then I'm gonna probably set up the fast pinch on the other side. I think if I'm doing the same thing anyway as last time. So Anyway, let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
Got Shad on souls. Let me change the colors here. Okay. Ars, Shad, guard, mid flag, just north of us. Okay, so yeah, I'm having them. Yep, the slow side's gonna be the north, the east mid flag basically, just north of our start. Okay, we're popping whites for bust. So are they. Apparently I didn't give captain units. That's weird. Yeah, it looks like I made a mistake in not giving captain units. And
He's probably supposed to be south, I'm
captured.
guessing, or west.
And I still haven't noticed. I don't know.
Flag captured.
I got Kroon. I said finally noticed. So Kroon
Flag
is mid,
captured.
and you're mid too with him, and I am north. So if we're gonna set up a pinch, it's probably gonna be in the north. Yeah, that makes sense. I usually like to do like have one side defensive, and then I do my offense
Flag
right in front of
captured.
it, so that it keeps the whole team kind of on the same side of the map, so it's more
Flag
balanced.
captured.
Where's our FG at? I see the one bet. I can't find the second one. Northeast. Okay.
Yep. Looks like it's gonna get that flag. Yeah, it'll get that northeast flag.
Flag captured.
I'm calling for our mid to back up. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that call. They only have like maybe 2 or 3
Flag
reserves.
captured.
Okay, never mind. Bring your pus. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm microing too much. I should just worry about my flank. This is kind of, yeah. I wouldn't do. I don't captain like this anymore. I usually have other shot callers kind of more active to handle. I wouldn't be microing middle.
There's a fight in mid right now, potentially.
They're getting
Pretty
real
risky
close.
for both games.
There's a pus there though. Kroon's got to be real careful of that pus.
Flag captured.
I'm telling our defense to get their small pus ready to defend that FG. Okay, I might be moving in the northeast to try and trap that FG.
Yeah, I think it's a really good call. I think the FG's probably in trouble.
He could be if our defense HMP
If they push out.
closes up. Yeah, if they push up to close the gap there.
It looks like they are. We'll see if they can.
I need a pus with me. I don't see that I have a pus.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
what am I
sure.
doing? I don't know why I'm rushing this. What am I doing? Oh, because it doesn't have much. Okay, all right. Yeah, it doesn't have much melee there. This is kind of a risky move on my part. I'm not sure if I like it.
Oh.
Ooh, I got lucky with the dud there. Oh man, this is not looking good. Yeah, that was a bad rush. Oh, and I got pussed. Holy
Flag
shit.
captured.
Wow, that was. Oh my god, they pussed themselves.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Flag captured.
Oh my, that was a horrible fucking rush from me. Yep, I'm dead. Wow, dead right off the bat. That was, wow. It's been a long time since I've seen myself play that horrible. That was, like, even when I first, yep, I'm already saying this game is my fault.
We should rush mid right now. Like, the game's pretty much over unless we have a major swing play. Like, it's normally be a bad move, but we need to go for
These
it.
FG maps are very swingy, but that was as soon as I saw me rushing it, I didn't like it, look of it right off the bat. It actually was fine until I got big pus. That was like the crucial thing there. Yeah, Shadow is on offense. He's got the souls. He's supposed to be defending it. Man,
On the east.
Shad is just always out of position, man. It's driving me nuts even watching it. Always out of position. definitely not his fault this game for the loss, but I still don't like it when people don't follow the simple instructions of where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Verm has got an interesting offense going here. He's going to tag that north flag for us.
Yeah, that's
Possibly.
a pretty good push. If he can't kill that Mort that's coming in on him, then he can put a lot of pressure.
He's going to keep Mort alive. Oh, wow, he got all the Zerks down. That's nice.
Micro that really well up to this point.
Yeah, Verm is doing a really great job. Surprisingly, the percentages are still somewhat close.
Oh, yes.
Small plus on Monty. Might get that FG down. Or real close anyway. Just got to get a few thrall hits on it. Get it. One more shot. Monty clutch. Wow, this is evening it up. He morted his own thrall just to make sure he was going to get the FG.
Yeah. Dang, what a freaking play.
Clutch. Croon's cleaning up the north as well. What the hell is their FG doing? Nothing yet.
Right now.
Now it's kind of, I guess, good that Shad's on offense. Potentially, assuming he doesn't die in the morning.
Captured.
Now we're up almost 10% after killing that north.
Wow, it's crazy that we're still in this game. We need to get we need to get victory imminent. Victory imminent is big on this because the map is so big. Once you get victory imminent, it's so hard to set up an offense getting across the entire side of the map. I'm calling for Kroon to rape their Zerk pack mid, but actually that's not accurate because they do have a puss with it. So I'm not sure if it's a big puss, but he still really couldn't just rush it down easily.
I am there though with the Eagle Zerks, so I'm not sure I like what I'm doing right now. I think I might just be smart for me and just let their Zerk pack go by and just go offense.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Our defense is big enough to deal with it, right?
Flag.
Well, no, because we gotta prevent victory imminent. So if you left, they would get VI.
They don't have VI yet. Okay.
Yeah, we can get VI still. I think we're in a better position to get it than them. I think, given time. They do have 2 Morts. Paris got 2 Morts guarding their west flag. We do need to kind of set up some kind of offense on that at some point. But we've got them more pinned to their side than they are pinning us. So I think I still like your position where you're at. They are up, but one more tag will swing it. One more whoever tags next gets a VI. So
almost all their units are going to be pinned on that
on their
flag
home.
In the northwest.
Yeah,
or in the northwest because they're trying to hold. The VI.
We need to really leverage our souls. Now Shad is on souls on offense, and now it's helping. So we need to. That Mort is red too. Oh, they got a second Mort. Oh shit.
Oh, we just got VI apparently.
Okay, you're a little bit ahead of me.
I'm at 348.
I don't see that we have VI.
I don't. Okay, I'm just reading the chat. You said we got VI, just can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I must say that we're about to get it. Probably because I'm thinking we're gonna win the Northwest.
Gotcha.
I think that's what's.
Ooh, their FG is making a questionable call. He got pretty good value there. But he had fought around a ton of our souls. I feel like our souls got more damage there.
We do need to get some value for our souls. Man, the percentages are super close. I wonder if we have too much on D. I don't know.
What's HMP trying to do right now? He should be getting the fight. Looks like he's like going defensive. I'm confused.
Where is he?
The northwest. He's the yellow thrall and the Mort.
Northwest.
Just behind our souls.
Gotcha.
Oh, maybe he's decided to go to their last flag. Maybe that's.
Yeah. Well, he's also got to hold off Rawr's Zerk pack peeled off from you. Now you're. Oh, this is actually really good. I hate what Rawr did there. Like, he ran right. Like, he can't do anything from that position, but he's now left you to go get their flag. Now you can threaten their last flag pretty good from there. 2 minutes to go. This is actually getting down to the wire, and it's whoever gets VI is going to win this, so...
I'm going to be disappointed if I don't take this flag. To me, this looks
Me
like
too. Yeah, that should be... Even though it's 2 more, it's like you should be able to take that, I think. Yeah, I agree.
I need to be spreading out.
Oh, Kroon's going to chase down all of Rawr's Zerks because he lost his plus goal. Oh, but Kroon recognizes he doesn't have time to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
and that's correct. He doesn't have time. But he's peeling off and going for the flag, I think. Yep. We're going to get the flag for sure now because Kroon's got a breakaway to it. Our mid will die, or our northwest offense. Oh, that was... Oh! Nice shot.
Ooh,
nice shot.
Big shot.
HMP's still alive. Okay, Paris has got to die here. I mean, you guys got such a great surround on this.
Coming here too,
yeah. I would save your pus for their F. No, their FG's almost dead anyway, but... I think we got this. Yeah, I think we got this still. Yep, that's a nice rush.
Captured.
Really nice, clean rush there.
Victory imminent.
I split some of the Zerks against ours too.
And that's game. That's
1 minute remaining.
Man, I made it so close by just suiciding so badly right off the bat. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I see what I was trying to do. I thought I had a clear enough breakaway on 2 Morts and a few Souls and like only 3 Zerks, but I didn't like it though because even if I had won that engagement, I would have taken up too much damage in getting the kill. So
30
I
seconds.
think Monty should have. He needed like melee support if he was going to play offensive after he got the kill, to basically protect them from that scenario what happened, getting past and having nothing to protect them.
Yeah. So Monty was he was the offensive FG that died, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't really do anything from where he was. Like, I guess he could have gambled fine. Like, if that pus didn't get him, then he would have got the flag. Well, I actually don't know if he would have got the flag because there's a shitload of thrall there. So, I actually don't... Yeah, I agree with you. I think Monty made a mistake. As soon as he realized that he couldn't do anything from there, he should have just peeled off and gone somewhere else. Probably back on defense. Or unless he could have taken them to southeast, but I'm not sure if he could have. If any kind of pus... Yeah, we had a pus down there. So I don't like using FG solo. Like, you have to use FG with support. So they had to have some small melee with them or something like that. He needed to go retreat back to find some support to leverage his FG more efficiently again. I think what ultimately cost them the game, they might have won, by the way, if it wasn't for Rawr. Rawr's move there, pulling back and letting you kind of just peel off, and him kind of just like getting stuck on our, he thought he was going to be able to like do a surround and help his team, I guess, but he's stuck in a choke, and it's just, it's like very efficient for us to defend against, and our FG was able to just kind of peel off along with you, and that was the mistake right there that they made. So
Argos had big numbers. I don't even know what he had that game.
Yeah, me neither. He might have been the one that killed me. So that's probably what that was. To be fair, it wasn't just Rawr. Like, their team getting pinned to their home flag like that, just even no matter what Rawr did, they were in a very threatening position. So yeah, getting pinned like that was we were definitely had the advantageous position. Even if Rawr didn't do that, we were probably going to be able to still set up some kind of offense on that western flag, one way or the other, right? So, or even on the northwest too, if we could have just finished getting one or two of those morts down. Yeah. So I shit the bed hard. Wow, we're like maybe the worst game I've seen me play in all these films so far. Like, that was awful. I hated what I was doing as soon as I saw me doing it. I was like, what am I doing there? It's awful.
It's a very risky play.
Yeah, super risky. Too aggressive. Okay, I remember this map. Stampede, yeah. I remember this. This used to get played. This got played in like an off-season tournament around this time frame too. I remember. It was I think it was one of the draft tournaments I captained this too.
Is the film working for you?
Yes. Is it not for you?
Let me delete the current one in my folder.
Is it going OOS or something or what?
No, it doesn't. Like it goes through the bar and it just like crashes out.
Oh, interesting. Well,
Here,
let
one
me
second.
know if I need to send it to you or something.
Game 4, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay, so the scores were up 2-1, but honestly, like, the only stomp game was really the first one. The last two games were pretty close, so it's a good match so far. It's not like we're blowing them out of the water or anything. Not yet, anyway. So I think on this one, I definitely prefer to go no archers, if I'm not mistaken. No, I did. Hang on, I didn't speed this up. Hang on. Yeah, okay, there we go. Just traded. No archers, yeah. Heavy locks and melee. Yep, that's what I like to do. Let's see. Oh, Rat traded already, and he got archers. Big mistake. Okay, well, this is the one. The last two games, I would say, Rat mistraded these. So this was probably even worse than the last one. I mean, archers on this, I think, is a huge mistake. Your team's gonna be short on Zerks, which then makes he's only got 2 locks too. Oh my god, yeah, they're gonna get stomped. I mean, they just can't. They're gonna get surrounded and like pushed with heavy melee and locks everywhere that they just cannot really deal with, right? And they're just gonna get picked off. I think that's what's gonna happen here. They're drawing like 4 different flanks on their map.
On.
Oh shit! Hang on. I'm paused at 11:57. Are you able to start it?
I deleted. Try re-download. I don't know. I'm just gonna watch from your stream on this one.
I can send it to you. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, we can try that. I've even tried downloading off the Gate of Storm Zone for whatever reason. It does the exact same thing.
All right, hang on. Let me send it to you. Let me just restart this. It's not a big deal. Hang on. All right, I just dropped it in the chat. If you see it there. Do you see it?
I do. It's still doing the same thing. I have no clue why.
Okay. Interesting.
Let me check the next film just to make sure it's just.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No.
Let me actually check them too. It's got me a little nervous. So it's just not loading. It's like not even starting the film.
Yeah, I'll go through the bar and it just crashes to my desktop. Yeah, it's weird. It's just this one. The rest of them work.
Okay. All right. That's fine. It's just one film at least.
Yeah, I'll just watch your stream for this one.
Okay. Let me zoom through the PT a little bit here. So yeah, I'll show you these trades here. So like right off the bat, they got this like wide 4-prong going on. Shit.
Oh, you're offline now, aren't you?
Am I? Shit.
I think that.
Yeah, the stream shut down.
Happened.
Yeah, the stream shut down again. The recording's still good. Hang on, I can share it in Discord. Hang on. All right, do you see that?
Yep, that's working.
Okay. All right. So this is our trade. It's like 6 locks and max Hurons and Zerks and Phos, right? Which is, yeah, I like that. That's what I always do. They only go 2 locks and they got like 12 archers. Yeah, 12 archers.
How many locks did we trade for?
6.
Oh wow, why did they only get 2? Strange.
Right. Like, to me, like, with the lock melee packs, it's so pushy. I just really think they're going to have a really hard... And then the fact that they're going so wide here, already with 12 archers, you have to stay more... Like, the most you could do is like a 2-prong on this with this trade. Like, having 4 prongs across the full breadth of the map, it's just impossible. Like, something is going to get pushed in hard. So...
This map's massive, too.
Yeah, pretty big map as well, yeah. So I really don't like their trade. This is my least favorite trade that Racking's done so far on this. And so yeah, you got these wolves. These wolves are pretty fast. They're like only slightly slower than the Zerks, I think. So definitely like sneaking the wolves in like is a thing. You definitely have to guard these flags. Like this is a game type. Like it's not just pure BC. BC matters here too, but it's kind of hard to describe what this is. It's I kind of see it as a mix of both. It's kind of in between, because if you don't try to jugger the wolves in, then it's a BC fight. If you do try to jugger the wolves in, well, then yeah, then it's game type. But in general, I think I'm going to say this is BC because I think even if you get your wolves in first, it's pretty hard to get all 20? It's hard to get like all 20 of them in, right? So if you just hold your wolves back and keep them all alive, you're usually pretty safe just playing at BC. It's hard to get like all 20 wolves in early without losing a single one, right? So in that respect, getting the early point advantage isn't going to matter as much. If you lose the BC fight and keep all 20, and the other team keeps all 20 wolves alive, you still lose. So I think this is still BC, which you would think favors the archers more, but still with so much fast, powerful melee and the locks, I really don't like it at all for the archers. I don't, and this wide open map too, like this isn't like the Shattered Earth map where the archers got all those nice chokes to hold from. So
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start it here. 3, 2, 1, go. Pretty much got everybody on a lock. Maybe I have a dedicated melee no lock. Yeah, I'm probably the only one on the team. Oh, there might be. Man, Shad. Oh, Shad just has the wolves. Yeah, okay. Ooh, these wolves seem slow. Maybe it's because I'm zoomed out. They just seem slower than I thought.
Huh? I don't know. I think it's normal speed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad Stampede's not played anymore. It's just
is there any map that it's good on? I don't know.
It just seems like there's always a better game type than Stampede.
Yeah, it could be. I think it kind of tends to devolve into this dynamic I just said, which is like it's kind of BC fight where you just keep all your stamp units back and win the BC fight first before you commit them. So it's kind of just oversimplified. It doesn't typically play out in the way you would where like the stamp units have like a significant effect on how the game is played. So let's see here. We got Crune and you on the east. I have a roaming Zerk Huron pack in the mid. So I'm calling it out. If they jugger, everybody converge on it. Yep, that's how you defend it. That's for sure. That's why juggers usually don't work on Stampede. Everybody tries to figure out a way to make the jugger work on Stampede, but I rarely see it viable because it's just like a good team's always going to be looking for it, and the way to defend it is to just everybody converges to defend the jugger, and then usually it doesn't really achieve anything.
Yeah.
We kind of saw that play out in, I don't know if you remember, the 2011 finals against NC. I think that was the last game that was played. It was like a desert mesh that was Stampede, but it was like different units. I forget what it was called, but they tried to do a jugger like that, and that's kind of how it played out. It was like I just picked off a couple wolves, and we just won the BC fight and countered and got all of our wolves in. That's that. Okay, strong. Okay, this is a really aggressive Rawr being real aggressive with his Phos. Oh, and it goes down. Nice defense that turn. I'm really looking for us to like abuse the hell out of the fact that they have so many archers. Like I want to see us like surround something. We should be able to be pushing through in their west probably. Yeah, I'm calling for our team to ignore their archers. Just don't fight them. Yeah. Wherever their archers are not, like that's where it's easy for you to push. And that's looking at this should be the west. Like they have nothing in the west.
Yeah, if we break the west right now, we should be.
Oh, look at what's happening with ours. Look at this. Ours is not facing against a lock at all, and he's backing up like he's scared. Like I don't get it.
I'm not sure what he's doing.
He has enough. He has more melee and a lock. Like it makes no sense what he's doing. It's being way defensive there. Help east. Okay, what happened east? Kroon lost his lock, maybe. Yep. Yeah. Kroon lost the lock. Not that big of a deal because we got traded for 6 locks, so we just need somebody else there to kind of plug that hole. Looks like Captain is shifting over there. I thought you had a lock too. I don't know what happened to your lock. If you even had one. I thought you did though. Oh, no, it's over here. Okay. So you have some melee. You kind of separated your melee from your lock a little bit to try to help it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got a nice little surround here maybe. Oh no! I just wasted a Phos. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, and I just eat a... Oh, I dodged it. Bounced. Oh, they're going to pick it up. Okay, their east is being way more successful than it really should be. It's kind of crazy how we're like collapsing in the east side, and our west is not countering. I really hate what ours is doing. He's just totally out of the fight. He's just sitting on our side. Like it's as if he's like looking for a hidden rush somewhere, but it's like there's no hidden rush. They got 12 archers.
Just get in the fight.
Their wolves are now crossed to our side of the map. This is looking really bad for us. They're pinning us, which is like, it's crazy because they have the trade that should get pinned, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm correctly assessing this. I'm saying, hey, they're overextended. We can rush their east. We just need to get all of our shit converged on their east, and we can crush it. I recognize that they have 12 archers, so I know that we need to rush something. But we're just like not really setting up properly here. Ours, I guess, what he wants to do is just he thinks their wolves could be back there, but now we know that their wolves. We've seen their wolves by now. That they're in the east.
I think in his mind he's protecting our wolves right now.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think if you would have just pushed them back like you were talking about, then they would have never saw our wolves, right?
I mean, I feel like it would have been worth to just push in, even if you lose a couple wolves. Like, I think I still, like, I don't know.
Their wolves are pushed up pretty far. We need to make a move.
Yeah, and we really can't. Kroon's got his melee pack there to at least kill some of them if they try to go in. I'm kind of harassing them from behind a little bit.
Thank goodness they're falling back. They got scared of something. I don't know why they fell back, to be honest. They could have probably just ran in right there.
I was threatening their back a little bit, and Kroon's kind of there to hold the front. So we're okay. I like our position here. I should probably just rush
5 minutes
something.
remaining.
No, I shouldn't rush right now. Oh, okay. I'll lose a couple Zerks to that Phos. Okay, I counter Phos.
I think Cruniac should be able to rush the wolves right now with all that melee focus on him. Maybe not.
Yeah. So we're definitely need to go in together. Like, it's not... And we're not going in together, so they're going to end up holding this. This is... I really just don't understand why we're not able to gain an advantage somewhere. They're up in percent a little bit. My melee pack is pretty much dead. They only have one lock there. Oh no, where's their other lock? Okay, Argos has got their other lock. Their other lock just crossed middle. It looks like they are getting some hits on some wolves of ours. I think they got one wolf down. So even now, ours is struggling to defend those wolves. It really just makes no sense. They should have just came east. If like it would have been easier to defend them too, right? Like they're doing nothing being extended on that west side. They should have just retreated to the east. I might eat my words here. I mean, they're setting up a little bit of a siege force with their archers, and no, I'm not going to eat my words. Like, we should have been able to rush this heavy of an archer trade. Like, there's no doubt about it. We're just not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, they've been stuck on east super long. Like, that should give us time for our whole team to surround them.
Yeah. I really don't like what Shad and ours are doing in that west. They really should have just pulled all the way back to the east. They could have gone through mid by now. Captain has enough melee to rush Argos's lock. He probably should do that before they push us all the way back. Like, he has a little bit of time right now if he just went for it. I don't know why we're being so scared to rush something. This is really weird to me. Very sloppy game for us. They're doing great with the unit set that they have, because I really don't like those archers, but they're doing great with them. Okay, a Phos went down in the southwest for us. Yeah, Paris is going to end up cleaning up ours and Shad. We're going to end up losing a bunch of wolves here. So, this...
There's only 2 minutes left, too.
Oh, yeah, wow, you're right. Yeah, we're not going to get anything in. They should have just gotten those wolves in when they could early in the game. Wow, wow. So, the best we can hope for is a tie at this point.
Oh.
But that's going to be super hard to stop all their wolves from getting in.
Oh man, they're so rushable right now, especially after all this melee. They keep on losing in the east.
Paris, we just lost the lock. Paris and Thal did a fantastic job against ours and Shad. Just tore them apart.
Sure.
They really should have retreated to the east immediately. If they were going to either rush the wolves all the way in or go to the east, but you can't just stand still and wait for them to run you down.
Wow, they're up like 30%.
Yeah, we're probably screwed. That's so crazy, because I hated their trade. I absolutely hated it, and they're just smoking us this game. It's crazy.
They're making their push.
Finally, we get a Phos off on the lock, and it looks like we'll be able to finish it. But now here comes their wolves. We're probably not going to be able to stop all those wolves.
Yeah, I feel like one or two are just going to sneak in. Oh, big Phos on
Oh, that lock didn't get the shot off. Really needed that lock to get the shot off. Oh man, I hope Verm gets his Zerks in there to stop those wolves.
This is a tie. They're not doing great with this push.
This might be a tie.
They got one sneaking on the other side of the rock.
I think we're covering it. I think we're Zerk get on that. Zerk's got to get on that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
nice Phos.
Oh, please kill it. Okay.
Oh my god, that was... Oh, we still got... Oh my god, we gotta get all over those wolves.
It's gonna be a tie, we gotta...
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Oh, timed out. Wow, that was a tie. Wow, that was a really weird game. Should not have played out that way. Absolutely hated what our team did. That was, man, really sloppy. man, I shit the bed hard on the Majestic Falls, and then this one, like, we did not execute at all.
Yeah,
Like,
our coordination's terrible here.
I would if I saw us do that like in recent years, like it would make it made my eyes bleed back then, but I would not want to see that like at all in recent years. I don't think I have seen a game quite like that in recent years. I think there's been I'm seeing a real sore lacking in the shot calling department. Obviously, we're not on voice. That's part of it. And also, back then, I was doing pretty much all the comms. So, like, a lot of other players are more active in comms these days to help out with that stuff. Let's see. What am I saying in the chat here? No idea how we got out-pushed when they had a bunch of archers. So, yeah, even back then, I was confused by it. If they even have one west, we lose free hands. Yeah. What Ars and Shad did there was a huge mistake. They should have just went they have to either go all the way in or retreat all the way, like one of the two. But like just staying isolated on the west side, far away from everybody, like as if they're guarding a flag, but the wolves aren't over there. Their wolves are not over there, so they didn't need to guard. I think they felt like they had to guard that flag, but they didn't. So.
They definitely should have pushed the west instead of...
They should have just committed them, yeah, because apparently the way this plays out is it's hard to even get one wolf in, so if they could have even gotten a few wolves in, it would have been fine. Yeah, that was super weird. I love what Paris and Thal, I think, were like MVP for their team this game, because they just like dominated that west, which was... It helped a lot. I mean, didn't get the wolves in, but I wonder where their units were. Let's see. So they were still running to get... That's how big this map is. Like, Paris and Thal killed ours, like, with 2 minutes to go, and they were still only, like, a little over halfway to running to the other side of the map, you know, to be able to help out. If they could have gotten in position in time, it would have worked. I guess they needed to make their move sooner, probably. And then Kroon losing his lock kind of early. He got big numbers, though, but I don't know how he lost his lock so early.
I think he got like most of the wolf kills.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. You're right. Yep. I did not great either, probably, actually, because I was surrounding them from the backside, but I basically just got picked off because what I should have done was backed out and waited for us to all rush them together. Or maybe we couldn't have rushed. Maybe we played it exactly as we should have and just fucking waited to the end and block their wolves out with the melee. Oh well, all right. You can start up the 5th game now.
All right.
Magilla Mania. Yeah, so I know the strat that I normally do on this. So this map has a really interesting dynamic. Actually, it was, of all people, it was Thor that taught me the strat on this. We were just talking about Thor as captain, and like, he, every now and then he's got some good trades and strategies, and this was one of them. I think I'm pretty sure it was him.
I mean, for all the hate he gets, which I mean, some of his strats I get it, like they're not the best, but he was one of the earliest captains to go consistent melee heavy trades.
Yeah, yep. That's fair. Yeah, I think that's true. I also like how like his strategies are always very bold, right? It's always like not always, but oftentimes it's like new blind map and he draws a big jugger for his whole team to do or whatever, right? Like that's kind of what he's famous for. And like surprisingly, like that works more often than not, right? Like basically that plan works really great against newbie teams. It probably starts not falling apart against the top teams, but it'll get you pretty far just doing shit like that, right? So, so the strat on this, I think it's been pretty well figured out. Is you split you do a 3-prong. It's really kind of a 4-prong, where you have split fetch, one on each side, and they take the high ground. You put the fetch on the high ground, and you put the locks on the low ground. And the reason you do it that way is because the locks can shoot fireballs from the low ground up on the high ground and kind of hit their fetch from like the side or slightly behind even. If you can kind of get a pinch effect that way. And if you got 2 locks that line up their shots with the good timing, it's really hard to block them. Especially if like your units on the high ground like push and rush their fetch at the same time, so they can't shoot at everything all at once. You kind of want to overwhelm them so they can't block everything all at once. It's very effective. So I don't like that they got souls on this. This is CTF. You normally don't want to get souls on this. You want to get as much melee as you can. There's a lot of good strong melee on this, Zerks and Mercs and Mauls. And yeah, you want to max the fetch and the locks, which is what we did here. So yeah, I like my trade here. I feel like we out-traded them the last 2 games, and like both the games were like super sloppy. I feel like we slightly out-traded. Like 5 souls, not the end of the world on this. It's not gonna decide the game actually, but I do think we'll probably have a better strat and execution than them. We'll see though.
Yeah, I think maybe if we would have traded for 1 less lock for a couple more balls for Flag D, I don't know.
So I think the reason I didn't do that is like you really need at least 4 locks because you need 2 locks on each side of the low ground
stagger the shots.
To stagger the shots and be a real threat to the fetch. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, what we're doing is fine as long as we cover stuff that sneaks in the backfill. Should be not a problem.
And their trade is like it's fine. Like 5 souls is a little suboptimal, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. I like it better than the trades you did the last 2 games anyway. So, you ready to start this one?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Game on.
So I think I would have given, I gave you and Ars the soul locks on the low ground, HMP and Verm on locks. What do I got? Captain. Yeah, Captain did a really great job with fetch. He was kind of arguably our best fetcher that second game, I guess it was. So I like having him on fetch. Like that's like by far his best unit. Kroon too. Kroon. I don't know what it is about WW2ers. They seem to always do well with fetch. I'm not sure why. That seems to be like the most like similar Regmyth unit to WW2, I guess. So
yeah. In hindsight, I probably would have liked the units that Shadow has and have him on the lock.
Oh,
he just
has
a little Zerk pack, but there's no artery with it, so he gets to just like roam around. Yeah. Pressure. So a lot of decision making there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I like him on a lock either. Lock job's pretty important too. But yeah, I mean, I see your point. He hasn't been doing a great job this match, I would say. Just being out of position a lot. Okay, they do take the middle, one of the mid hills with their souls. So yeah, that'll create, some nuisance for our lockers there. I do feel like 2 locks should be able to push their souls off from that, but...
Yeah, so they have all their fetch north side.
Okay, so they're juggering fetch north, yep. Okay.
You're calling for them to let them push into you so that we can use the locks on the bottom.
Yep. That was the game plan. What the hell do I have? I don't even know what the hell I have.
You have a little melee pack in the north.
Okay. Man, I gotta say, like, I'm really noticing, like, my capping back then, not really that impressive when I look at it now. I don't know. I just feel like I'm a much better captain nowadays. Maybe it's the voice chat. Maybe that's the big help. Having to type all that shit out probably was a bit of a hindrance, but...
Yeah.
I don't know why I gave myself such a small force on this. It's a big mistake. Although I have been talking about meters, maybe it wasn't. Okay, here comes their rush.
Captain's sort of right now. Let's see.
He needs to get his fetch out of there. Yeah, I'm trying to buy him a little bit of time. His fetch should have been running a lot sooner than that. He's let them get way too close.
Yeah. He was playing it well at the beginning. We'll see how this goes.
Monty's almost got him all his melee down, so he's almost... Okay, so Verm is making the right move and almost there to help him. He's going to save his fetch. That's good. We got one fetch down to red with the lock. That's good. Oh, why is he pushing forward? Oh, no, that's so bad.
Yeah, he's doing good up to this point. He needs to not try to fight, though.
He doesn't realize how important it is that he needs to maintain as much distance from them as possible. He keeps pushing forward sometimes.
Verm needs to keep his lock at bottom, too. He doesn't want to link. He shouldn't be trying to link up with
Right, yeah.
Low for the angle.
Yep. Oh, no. They both need to get their mana up, too. And they need to start using their melee to waste some shots. Waste some fetch shots with their lock shots. They need to time it.
We are on their flag.
We're on top of their flag, though.
Yeah, we're on their flag. We're probably good.
we're probably good. Yeah. Yeah, we're holding much better than they... Oh, my God. We're rushing the fetch. This is the right move. Yeah, we commit to getting their
flag.
Yep.
Captured.
That was good. That was really good. Okay. That was a clean win for us finally. Yeah. I like that. That was good. We mostly executed that correctly. Mostly. The biggest flaw I saw was Captain had to just run his fetch. The moment he saw all the fetch up there, the moment he saw that they had more fetch, you got to just run your fetch away right away. Because you don't want your fetch or the thing that can get run down, right? So he needs to just prevent his fetch. The moment he's gonna lose his fetch, he wants to lose his fetch right on top of our flag, never before that, right? So because that forces their fetch to move the furthest distance across the map, which slows them down. It's all about buying time, right? So our melee and locks on that north side slowed them down by an additional minute or so compared to what they were able to do on the other side against us, right? So that was crucial. Real clean win for us. What's the score now? Let's see. There's one tie. Is it 2-2-1 or something like that?
We're up 3-1-1.
Oh, 3-1-1. Okay.
Yeah, we won game 1.
We won Majestic Falls.
One Majestic Falls.
Tied the one before this, and won this one.
Yeah, and then won game 5.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the game closing map.
3-1-1. So now it's getting starting to get a little away from them. Yeah. Isn't it? It's so true. I don't know what it is. My teams always start cold. They always are cold, and then it's the last 2 or 3 games. It's I feel like if you went back and looked at our record for the last 2 games in a 7-game match, our record is so strong for the last 2 games, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember? I think it was 2015. We played Rat on this exact map. Might have been a slightly different game type, and they smoked the shit out of us. Yeah, it was super embarrassing.
Yeah, it's Black Rally and Killgraph sort of smashed us.
Yeah, Eastwind fucked up his flank or whatever. Yeah, Kilgrath I think trolled that too, and yeah, I should give him more credit. He does do good with his tro. So, yeah. So we need to redeem ourselves on this one big time, I would say. And also I've been playing shit. I assume I'm probably gonna tro this, but man, I fucking shit the bed hard on Majestic Falls. So I don't know. You were worried about your ratios on this match. I think my ratios are going to be dog shit.
Yeah, but you get away with it because you're captain. No one expects the captain to have good ratios. Otherwise, he can just be, it's my whites or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. So I make Kroon the primary trower. Okay. I would assume that I'm going to be the secondary trower. I'm not sure who else I would do it.
Yeah, you have it. We use Arzenic as our third. We split fetch differently this time. Strange. Oh, I guess because Cruniac's on trial. So we got Captain, Verm, and Arzenic on fetch this game.
I like Captain on fetch still, even though, like, yeah, he should have retreated a little bit quicker last game, but his fetch still stayed alive. He's still pretty good on fetch. By far his strongest unit. I also like Verm on fetch. Verm, I think, is a good fetcher. We got Ars on fetch. Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything else I can put Ars on, I feel. We got H&P on some spiders and maybe some Merc or something. I don't know.
I don't really see where his units are. I'm trying to find out. He's got some Mercs. And Shadows on the Souls.
Shad on Souls. So again, okay, so we're pointing it out again, as I always do. It's a Tro fetch map, so look for the Tro fetch pushes. The Souls have to be laser focused on defending Tro and preventing, which prevents Tro fetch pushes. What am I saying in chat here? Tagging. Okay.
Game on.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm at 11:59. I didn't look at their trade yet, so we went like I like our trade. It's only 5 souls, so there is an argument to be made for. So we did get some mauls, so you can go less mauls and go heavier souls. It's 12-minute king of the map. I think it's. I would say this. I'd have to look at this more closely, but I think the viable trades on this is somewhere between 5 and 10 souls, right? And then the rest mauls. Max, all the other usual stuff. I guess we did get 1 lock as well. That might be slightly questionable. I'm not sure if that lock is really good because it feels like everything can block it, especially fetch and tro. So yeah, I do like their trade too. They got 6 souls. They get almost the exact same trade. So
Yeah,
good
both
trades.
trades are good.
Good trades, yep. Looks like they might have a strong north. We'll see how that. Who are their trowers? Let's see. Paris, Monty. Oh, wow. Okay, three-way split on the tro for them. And they have actually the trowers to do it. Like, I don't mind like Adren, Monty, and Paris being your 3 trowers. You can do it. Like, they can get away with it. So it's viable. That means they should be looking to set up 3 separate tro fetch pushes is what they should be looking to do, which could work out. It could work out. You certainly can't defend all 3 sides with souls. So if you're going to do that, you would look for whichever side is faced up without souls, right, and without a tro disadvantage. So in this side, looking at this, I'm guessing it's the south for them. I think our souls will be mid, and I'll be south, maybe, or south or mid. We might not even have a south. So their south probably is going to have an advantage if they do a 3-prong. And if I was them, what I would do is be like, hey, mid and north, I don't want you fucking fighting at all. Like, just hold and disengage. Don't fucking fight shit, right? Let the south, give them time to push up and get in position and let them do the pushing. That's so important. This is a very common pattern. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand this well enough, is a lot of times, almost all the time, like 90+% of the time, you are only going to find one front that you have an advantage on. There's going to be one spot on the map that you have an advantage on. If you find a spot that you have an advantage on and you recognize it, you should be telling the whole rest of your team on the other parts of the map that are not advantageous to not engage, or they should be holding from a very defensible position, like the most optimal defensive position they can hold from, right? And you want to give, wherever you have an advantage, you want to give them as much time as possible to leverage that advantage. What I see all the time, the mistake that's made here, is you have an advantage on one side of the map, but you give it up because the other side of the map where you didn't have an advantage fought too early, and maybe they had an advantage there. And so you end up like kind of just trading, or maybe even like coming out badly in the end, right? So always be looking for, if you ever see one spot where you have an advantage, you just tell everybody else to fucking hold, chill the fuck out. And I find that very useful to literally tell everybody on your team to do that, because you know how mythers are, man. They get bored and they want to fight something. even in these high-level tournament matches, it fucking happens to everybody. It really helps to keep the whole team focused and like exhibit more patience if you, especially as the captain, are like telling everybody, hey, I literally don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to push or fight right now. So
Yeah, just to piggyback on that idea. So, you talk about you have one advantage on the map, and that's the clear advantage that your team should take, while the other ones are just sort of, not dying and just like holding the position. If you're one of those two other flanks that you don't need to make the aggressive move because your team's got the advantage on that third flank, some people's instincts, okay, I don't need to do anything, I'm going to fall back. You don't want to fall back so much. You want to stay connected to the enemy within the safe range. Like,
yeah,
you want to be
that's a good point.
As close to them as you can where you're safe.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't want to like just tuck your tail between your legs and like give the enemy your back and like let them take all the ground like right away, right? Like you got to use that ground. You want to give up that ground slowly, like, and only if you have to. Like, you don't obviously just don't want to just retreat back to your starting position and just give up control. That's not the point, right? Not that level of disengagement. What you really want to do is like fake fight. Like you pretend like you're gonna fight, right? But you're not actually looking to engage. That's really what we're looking for. And you got to think too. Like if you have an advantage on one side of the map, 9 times out of 10, unless they fucked up the trade massively or their strat massively, 9 times out of 10 they have an advantage somewhere else. You got to remember that, right? So if you have an advantage over here, they probably have an advantage somewhere else. So you want to deny them their advantage by not engaging them where their advantage is, obviously, right? Always be looking to have that mindset. So, yeah, anyway, you ready to start this one?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I hope to see some tro fetch pushes here.
Flag captured.
Oh, I went, I pulled my tro back to tag the flag behind. Whatever. It's small potatoes. I would have used a merc probably instead, but.
Flag captured.
Yeah, I'm telling Shad to just shadow their tro. Yes, that is correct. Souls should not be trying to arty fight. Do not
Flag
throw spears
captured.
at fetch or locks. Just keep those souls in position because it's really hard to keep them in position. The tro are so much faster.
Flag
it's really easy
captured.
to lose the position on trying
Flag
to shadow and defend
captured.
against their tro.
Flag
It might
captured.
be 2-pronging with the 3 trail split. I'm trying to see if one of the trails is going to break off north.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Monty's going. We'll see. Hopefully,
Flag
yeah.
I would
captured.
want them to do, yeah, I hope they do the 3-prong. I really do.
Okay,
Flag
he's going north. Thank
captured.
goodness.
Yeah, okay. Their south is big. Actually, they
Yeah,
got
it
6
is.
fetch south.
Big
So
old
they didn't
bag
split their
there.
fetch evenly. Looks like they have no fetch mid, maybe. Well, unless they're going to break off. They're Phos. So Phos enters this game. Yeah, maybe he's going to break off in mid. We'll see. It looks like some shit being talked about Raz in the chat.
Flag captured.
Oh, nice.
Poor guy
Flag
still having
captured.
shit talked about him like 5 years after he stopped playing the game. Like longer than that, even like 10 years almost since he stopped playing.
Our souls are in the right position. That's probably planned. That they're on the side where we got no trail.
Yeah, as long yeah, you're right because we don't have a trail there. Yep. Yeah, I like Shad's position there. That's good.
Flag contested. Flag
They might
captured.
they if they push aggressively for that flag, they might get it. Yep, I think they are.
Or in the
Flag.
south. Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
south. Oh, it's not flag rally. It's just king of the map. I forgot. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Flag lost.
matter,
Flag
then.
contested.
Ooh, Kroon and I are trying to set up a rush on this. Oh, I like my engagement here. I got a good engagement on a Dren here, I think.
Yeah, I think you're gonna win that pretty cleanly.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
They're in trouble. Yes,
They're in trouble. We could rush this. Go, go, go. Get those mercs in there. Get those mercs in there, Kroon. There we go. There we go. Yep, we got it.
Shoot. Now they're too close.
This is. They're fucked. They're so fucked.
You guys just lead us how you should. It's a wrap.
I gotta get my tro in there. There we go. Okay, I'm just baiting a Dren's tro correctly. Yep, that's good. Real good. Real clean. Oh, and now I'm taking a fight with Adren right with our spider back up.
No.
Real clean kill there. Beautiful, beautiful.
Cruniac's Trout was pretty solid there too. I don't know if you saw what he's doing,
Yep.
but he had his Trout up front, which is dangerous sometimes, but he was able to micro that Trout out like pretty safely.
Yep.
And just like had all their units tied up.
Yep, I saw that too. I would have wanted to see his Merc go in a little bit sooner, a little bit more spread out. But other than that, like it was clean. It was real clean.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what's happening elsewhere now. Yeah, their south is just
Flag
up. So yeah,
we pretty much won it. We just need to kind of
contested.
consolidate our gains at this point. The game's pretty much over. So once our Kroon and I get into position again, because like right now we're just like kind of on the other side of the map, and it looks like maybe we're gonna try and tag some flags. We need to just kind of at this point we don't want to fight, and we would just want to wait and get give time for me and Kroon to get back in position. Nice Verm fetching well. Oh, it's just against Phos. Okay.
Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag lost.
Man, that was a really satisfying rush.
Flag
Between
captured.
Cruniac, yeah.
Flag.
That was our
contested.
redemption from 2015.
Flag
Anyway.
contested. Flag.
Maybe they needed Lizard Killgraph after all. Yeah, they seem to do much better with Killgraph throwing.
Flag contested. Flag contested. Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag contested.
Got 9 flags to 5. Percentages are huge.
Flag lost. Flag contested. Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag
Our
lost.
south cleaned up too. Solid clean kill there. Oh, our spiders
Flag
are cleaning up their souls
contested.
mid. Yeah, it's just they're getting mopped up everywhere at this point. Yeah, I mean,
Flag captured.
this was us killing them as badly as they killed us in 2015, right? Basically, so.
Yeah, the reverse. I'd say this is the best game Shad's played too. He did well with the souls in the south.
Yeah, yeah, he was in the right position too, which I really like to see. It's all about positioning, especially with the souls.
Flag
Yeah, I just got a
captured.
really that really slightly. It wasn't like a massive advantage, but it was enough of an advantage. I had definitely a better
Flag
engagement
contested.
against Adren, who had a similar melee pack as me, and it was
Flag
enough for me to
captured.
get about a 3 merc advantage
Flag
over them,
lost.
and that was enough to just kind of start swinging the tide. I mean, we already might have had more merc than them anyway. You know what I mean? So it kind of swung it even more in our favor there in the north. So. That was a little bit of a mistake, I think, for Adren to take that fight. If he had just not taken that engagement, they might have been able
Flag
to hold it.
lost.
Yeah.
Flag contested. Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag contested. Flag captured.
Oh, they're saying you're about to get rushed mid.
Oh yeah, I get about to get freaking rolled right now. Oh, he turned around.
He
What the
turned
heck?
around, yeah.
Go, man. Weird.
Maybe I'll be able to link up with you. No. Oh, Paris wants to pick a fight with me because he's got
Flag
a little bit of a
contested.
health advantage on me. Interesting. Paris
5
wanted
minutes remaining.
to take me out instead. Oh, I like my engagement there. Oh, I like my engagement there. That was a nice
Flag
engagement.
lost. Flag contested.
He had more merc. I'm not sure those
Flag
soul
lost.
spiders are gonna be enough. Yeah.
Flag
nah.
captured.
I like my engagement though. It was still good because he had a big tro health advantage there. We should have. Yeah, those merc, like spiders can't do anything to merc. Like those merc just like fight. Did the merc 1 hit them still? Is that what happens?
Flag
might.
contested.
You think it's 2 still?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they just tear through them. Holy shit. Those spiders didn't do shit.
Flag lost.
His trail was like full health though, right? So that's almost even trade.
Flag
Yeah.
contested.
I mean, we if we had just not committed the spiders, I would say actually we got the better of them, you know?
Yeah, for sure. If the spiders didn't die, it would have been a win.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah, exactly. And also we could have kept those spiders alive and just, they'd have been nice defense for your lock there then too. You just can't, like, the spiders would have been fine if the mercs were spread out, but they're all clumped up, you can't touch them.
Flag contested. Flag contested.
So yeah, this is the game decider for them, so I guess they're really
Flag
gonna play
lost.
it out completely.
Flag
well, Rats started to
contested.
say GG's, so they're finally conceding, I guess.
Flag captured. Flag lost.
That's
Flag
a little
contested.
rough game for them to lose on. Lose the
Flag
game like the first
captured.
couple of minutes.
Flag lost.
Rough game for who?
Their team,
Flag
yeah,
contested.
they lost the game essentially like
Flag
first couple minutes
captured.
on it.
Yeah.
Flag
Right in.
contested. Flag captured.
Yep.
Match deciding
Flag
game.
lost. Flag contested.
Is that
Flag
Adren's same
captured.
Tro from the initial engagement we had with him? Does his Tro stay alive?
Probably. It's just
Yeah,
looking at it.
must have been. Okay. Looks like I'm organizing another Maz game after this or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's triple elimination. So this was their third loss.
Team eliminated.
So that's what we're talking about, I guess. Cruniac had some big numbers. That was nice for him. I think I had some good numbers, except I think that spider pack at the end is probably where I had a lot of those losses. Is in that spider pack probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just gotta. What did they do wrong there?
Probably should not come into that fight north. They should have just slow retreated, tried to use their fetch more.
I mean, I would say one big mistake. I think the biggest mistake, honestly, was first of all, if all you see like almost all of our Tro and Merc converged on one point, like that point should be like falling back. And also, why aren't there souls there? There's whoever was their solar made a huge mistake, right? Because I think their souls are still mid, and they probably had enough time to get up north. They saw all three of our Tro up there. That's the only place their soul should be at that point, you know?
Yeah, there's a few things that should happen there north, and once they saw that's where all our freaking Tro is, start retreating like you said. The souls from edge should shift north, and then their south Trower, when they saw our souls down there, he should have been trying to run through mid, where we don't have souls.
Yeah, their other Trower needed to adjust and do something for sure, because like it's odd to allow one team to like converge all of their Tro and Merc with both a Tro and Merc advantage on one side of the map. Like that should basically never happen. If it does happen, your souls should definitely fucking be there at least, right? We didn't even have fetch support, I don't think. It was just all melee. So we were able to like win just on pure melee advantage there. So that really should not be allowed to happen. A bit sloppy there for sure. They overextended, I guess. We converged on it. I mean, I went mid initially, so they probably just didn't see it in time. You know what I mean? It probably threw them off. I think we got control of mid, and I was able to easily shift to the north. I'm not sure what fetcher I left behind, but I think I must have called an audible. I think our middle, the rest of our mid went south, and I went north, and I think that just confused them, and they just didn't see that play in time, right? So we were like able to catch their north off guard.
Check this last film, see if it's bugged for you or not.
Oh fuck, is it bugged for you?
For me, it just shows both teams with no trade, and just the time goes through and no units are handed out.
Oh, okay. All right. That's probably going to be the same for me.
Game
Yep.
on.
Yep, it is. Interesting. Okay.
Let me try reloading on Gate of Storms. See if that one
Interesting.
works or
5
not.
minutes
Yeah,
remaining.
yeah, let's good call. Let's try that. Let's try that.
I sort of remember this game too, I think, or unless if I'm remembering a different time we played it. I think we just did an all mid strat here.
I wonder why. It must be. Do you think the myth patch versions are like throwing some of these older films off or something? I don't know. It's
I don't
weird.
know. It's strange. Never had this issue before. Yep. It doesn't look like it's working at all for me, so we're probably out of luck on that one.
Ah, bummer. Let's see. Does it show stats for that game at least on the site? Mm, yeah,
It
okay.
does.
It
Okay.
does. So it looks like the game did get played. Ratking's team won it. So there you go. Final score would have been 4-2-1, right?
Yep.
So good. They won the last game. Pretty solidly. It looks like they smoked us. I got maybe we stopped caring. Who knows? But I doubt it. I think they probably just smoked us. I don't know what the hell we did or what happened. But um, actually, let me. I know you said it didn't work, but I just want to see it with my own eyes on my side. Since the film acted differently for the other film acted different for
Yeah,
you.
maybe it will work for you. Who knows? Maybe I'm
I
just
doubt
having
it because it's a
some.
different issue. But let's just to be sure. I want to give it a try. Yeah, looks like it's busted.
Game
Yep.
on.
All
I'm
right.
look. That's the same thing. That sucks. Well, I'm looking at the overall stats for the match, and usually stats don't matter too much, like unless there's context behind them. But it looks like their role players sort of freaking dropped the ball in this one. Like the stats are like so low that it's hard to argue that it's didn't have like some significance. Like all their role players had 0.5 damage ratios or below. Like you can argue like a high 0.6 or like a 0.7 damage ratio. You can argue that someone had a really good match depending like the plays they made, but 0.5 and under, and you're not taking white hills. That's pretty low.
Yeah. Yep. Let me skim through this. My damage ratio is like okay. Even though I'm captain, I usually can still pull off decent damage ratio. I do remember, I will say this, I do remember around this time period, I was really having a hard time with the whole like capping and heavy hitting thing at the same time. Now, I had one good game, I think, in that whole match, like which was the one we just watched, the second to last one, I guess. That's pretty much it. I shit the bed hard on Majestic Falls, and I think all the other ones I had like really small rolls, right? So I wasn't doing my traditional like. It looked like because our team didn't have enough like other throwers that I really wanted to rely on. That was the only time I would heavy hit is like on the giant stuff, giant squads, which I shit the bed hard on one and did fine on the other. So not a great track record there. Um, yeah, I remember having a hard time trying to heavy hit and captain at the same time around this period of time. I think voice chat and having more people get involved with shot calling definitely alleviates a ton of that pressure. So that's been I think a positive evolution in the game since then in more recent years. So I mean, you were worried about your ratios. Your ratios are fine. It's not like terrible. Nobody had terrible ratios on our team, I don't think. Um, Wait, am I
I
looking
will.
at the right thing?
Are you look,
Um,
are
what
you
am
looking
I?
at overall ratios, or you clicked on a certain game?
What did I? What the? Hang on. Okay, I must have clicked on a different match that our two teams played. Okay, so I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so I have even slightly worse ratios than on the other match I was looking at. Okay, so you and I both had kind of bad ratios. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, Shad had even worse. Okay, yeah, all right. F and Kroon had great matches. No surprise there. Verm, great match. Yeah, Verm's really underrated. Like his BC skill, his clicking ability is really good actually. Ours didn't have such a hot match. That's kind of what I saw as well. Look at this. Argos had a big, surprisingly good match, even being on the losing team. I usually consider him one of the weaker players, but no, he did fine that match at least.
He's the only role player on their team who
did fine.
Well.
Yeah,
like Phos, Flatline, Rawr.
Phos only played the last game, or the one we just watched anyway, and he got smoked. Flatline, I always said, was their weakest player, and I kind of expect him to have bad ratios, but he only played 3 games. Rawr, though, wow, I expected Rawr to do better for sure. I expected Kryptos to do better. And Ratking's captain, but I don't know. He usually can do better with the ratios, even as captain. So I don't know.
Their heavy hitters did fairly well, I would say. For
Dren did fine. Yeah, Dren did fine. Paris did fine. Thal did great. Thal's apparently their MVP, at least by damage ratio. So yeah. Verm actually even outdid Kroon on the damage ratio. Thal had damage ratio for the whole between both teams slightly. Him and Verm.
Thal though. Thal always puts up good ratios.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. I need to see more of his play. I don't really have him figured out as a player, to be honest. I feel very loose. I've seen him have some bad games, just like anybody can have bad games. But I don't know if those are like just total flukes or what. I don't know him that well as a player, actually. Do you know him? What would you, if you're capping him? What would you? Or didn't you just cap him last year?
Yeah, I did captain him last year.
How are you? What kind of roles did you like giving him?
BC artery focused or artillery focused.
So kind of like Adrenaline's roles then.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right. Monty, I think Monty did fine. Another, typically underrated player. I think Paris had a pretty good match, honestly. Saw him do some good things. I don't think I see him fuck up anything, really.
Yeah, he played good.
I fucked up at least. Yeah, I don't know. That was not a very good match for me. And obviously the Majestic Falls was just fucking awful. Probably the worst thing I think I've ever seen me do in all the podcast episodes we watched. I think that was the worst thing. Like player wise, like captain wise, 2015 was the worst thing I did. So I do think I did a little bit better. I did a decent, an okay job as captain. Not my best work, but it was okay. I don't think
your play was that bad, to be honest.
Just that Majestic Falls. Just the Majestic Falls. If you took the Majestic Falls out of it, then maybe it wasn't that bad.
Just because that one game was so bad.
That game, man, that was so bad, dude. Oh,
but the other 5 games we saw, you played good in the other 5 games. I'd say you put a winning performance in the other 5 we watched.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, your Stampede one is
it could have been a little better.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good. But other 4 I'd actually say were good. Okay. I think.
Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that. But man, that Majestic Falls was so bad. Oh my god. Even me watching it just now, I was like, "What am I doing?" I don't even know. And then it took me 10 seconds to realize I guess I think that I can rush this before his FG and other Zerks get there in time, but it's too close of a window. It was super risky and ballsy. And I even died even before the reinforcements arrived, right? It was just awful. Anyway, it's always fun to laugh at those horrible moves you make in years past. I mean, what to say about this MWC. The result was essentially what we expected. They put up a good fight. It made for interesting games for us, for sure. It's not like they're like some awful team to play against. It was like boring or anything for us. No, like it was fun match still to play. But at the end of the day, our team was definitely significantly favored over their team. And as I admitted, I did kind of look to stack a little bit this year. I mean, we had Kroon, Ars, F, who's HMP at the time, myself, and you, kind of all on the same. That's like really strong. So it was going to be hard for them to overcome that. We were also like, I guess we technically didn't have a 2016 team, but still, like this team has played together, has a lot of experience together, probably a bit more than their team has experience together. So I think, was our execution better? I don't know. What led to us winning? I do think overall our trades were a bit better in a couple of the games, but on one of them, which was the Stampede game, it didn't pan out. Even though we out traded them, it did not pan out at all to our advantage.
We played pretty well. I mean, with the exception of a few. Like, let me look through them. PS Earth, the first one, we played good. We got pressure on them right away.
Yeah, that was a clean win for sure.
Grave, not so well. We lost that one. Like, it started super good, and then we just made some critical mistakes. It
was close. That was actually the closest game of the match, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was. Majestic Falls.
Didn't go well. If I didn't do that fucking suicide, like, we would have stomped them probably on that. You know what I mean?
We won with the FG going down.
Yeah, like we won like going down in FG and like 6 Zerks right off the bat, basically. So
Stampede, not so well. So okay, what's appear we had a rough start and then we finished really strong. That's sort of how it went.
It's how it always goes. I don't know what it is about my teams. Like if the first 2 games were cold and the last 2 games were hot. I don't know what it is. It's just how it always has been with my teams. Although actually we lost the last one, but it's hard to say if like we kind of just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hard to say. We can't even watch the film to see what happens, so I'm not sure, but I feel like we just did everything a little bit better than them, kind of. I do think we still out BC them, like, I don't know, 8 times out of 10, something like that, Every now and then they can, but I think we're still going to out BC them for the most part. And, man, I don't know. We were still sloppy, though, on the coordination and teamwork somewhat. Like, I can't believe we could not set up a freaking surround and rush on that damn Stampede game. That was the sloppiest, actually, like, team coordination I think I saw the entire match from us.
Oh, that was our worst game by far.
Yeah.
Out of the other 5 games we saw, the one thing I like about this year from our team, for sure, is our pace. Our pace is super good, with the exception of that Rivertown map, which was the complete opposite. We were super passive, super retreaty, but all the other 5 ones, regardless if it was clean or not, we were, like, aggressive and pushing the pace.
Yeah. It did feel, the pace felt a little bit quicker than previous years. Like, I didn't feel like, oh my god, this shit is slow. Like that was maybe that was the earliest year I felt that, actually, because I remember feeling that even as early as 2011. So I feel like everything earlier than this year, basically. Did we feel it in 20? Yeah, I think 2016 we felt slow too, right? I think 2017 is the first year I feel like it wasn't actually like slow. I don't know. What do you think about that?
That I can remember off the top of my head for sure. Yeah. I don't remember when the previous years before this being like quick pace that I can remember.
So I mean, you saw there was a lot of chat flying. Like, so that was the 1 year before voice really kind of fully took over. They were on voice, but we were chatting a lot. That might be one of the heaviest chats you'll see of any team making, because the pace is really pretty good, and we're not using voice. So that's the this was literally the last year chat was used before everybody kind of switched to voice. So, yeah, good pace there. Although we still couldn't set up some definitely. I still definitely see things have improved even since then. So, yeah, I don't know. We just kind of better with the trades, better with the strats, better with the shot calling, better with the BC, kind of in every category. Maybe not to like an overwhelming, massive degree, but to a moderate degree on all fronts, which leads to a 4-2-1 result, right? So,
Yeah, man. I mean, we wrapped it up 4-1-1, so pretty massive one actually, if you count the 7th game.
yeah, true. And then this was the like I guess, which is what we. This was the last. So besides 2018, so Rat's team didn't show up again in 2018 because we had again two very beefy teams that year that were going to be the clear finalists, kind of known from the get go. But Rat goes on to kind of show up again in like 2019. He kind of was like every other year after this. So not in 2018, but then in 2019, not in 2020.
I think he was the 3rd place team in 2018.
Yeah. Whenever he didn't, if he wasn't in the finals, I think he was 3rd like every time. So, so probably like 3rd in 2018, 3rd in 2020. I guess he won in 2019. I think that.
Yes, he did. That was his first one.
That was his first one as a captain. So, and then 2021 wins again as a captain.
Yep.
And then 2022. Was he on your team in 2022?
Yeah, he's the one who made the team. I joined his team.
But you captained though, right?
We split captain duties.
Okay, all right, that's interesting.
Which I would never do again. It felt really bad.
Yeah,
Hard to get in a rhythm.
I feel like you really need one full-time dedicated captain to like, because it takes, I don't know, even for me it takes like half the tourney to kind of like warm up and fully get into it, right? So
yeah, the repetition helps.
Yeah, you need the repetitions. Yep. Yeah, exactly. But we still got that to cover. So we only have 2 MWCs left. We got was it 21 and 22, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Cool. All right. Anything else really to say about this one before we wrap it up?
Not really. I didn't really remember much about this one before watching it, but yeah, I mean, I was actually surprised at Rat's roster. Rat's roster was strong.
Stronger than you expected?
Yeah. I mean, usually they have a bit of like some weak links to fill out that, but in this roster, I feel like they only had like one weak link.
Yeah, I think that's what I
in each game, right? Like 7 of their players were good, and then the 8th guy was like, okay, he might be a little bit weak, but the other 7 were strong.
Yeah, I mean, of all the players we saw, I mean, and they never played all 3 of these players, but the weak links I saw were Flatline, Argos, and Phos. But Argos, can't say that he was a weak link because he had a great match. He had really high damage ratios, actually. So that's, I don't know, that's by far that's a huge surprise. So kudos to Argos that match. He had a good, strong match.
Yeah, I think Argos, so I've teamed with him at least 2, maybe 3 times in Mythril Cups. Like, he's not like for sure starter, but I feel like when you play him, he's also not a weak link. I think he's pretty consistent as a role player.
Okay, I might not know him that well then, because like the only games I remember him playing, which again would have been years ago, but I did see some pretty bad games from him, but maybe he maybe those are early. I don't remember what years those were, and maybe he's like improved since then. I don't know. So that could be the case. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before we even started that I thought this was the strongest roster Rat had up to that point. Well, I don't know actually.
They would have had
his 2015 roster. His 2015 roster is actually pretty good too.
Oh, 2015, I think. Okay, yeah. in the finals, I think that was the year that had like Gecko and Limp, right?
Yup, Gecko,
Okay, yeah.
Limp,
So they both
Kron,
those two subs.
Kilgrath. He still had a
Yeah, those two
Dren.
subs for them in the
I
finals. So I
actually
guess
think their
that made them really
2015
strong.
roster is stronger than their 2017 roster now.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. They played us closer that year.
Yeah, I mean, having Kilgrath on Tro, as much as I said otherwise earlier, I was wrong. Like, I do definitely think Kilgrath helped them on Tro. Um, and yeah, like having Gecko and Kron, like those are, they also had Argos still back then. And Limp, I don't remember limping on the roster back then. Shit. Oh, he
Yeah, I
subbed
mean,
in.
yeah, him and
Yeah.
Gecko both subs.
Okay, but still, that's a great pickup to have for them. So actually, that's interesting. Yeah, no, their 2015. Yeah, you know what? Their 2015 team was not that damn bad. Holy shit! Like I don't know, I really underestimated it. I don't remember it being that good. No, I think their 2015 roster is definitely better than 2017. Now that I look at it.
So something about Trout. I don't remember if we had this discussion, if it was live on the podcast or afterwards, but we were sort of talking about tiers of Trowers.
Right. Yep.
Like I don't know if that ever hit a recording, but one of the
Yeah,
ones
it,
to
it
talk.
was on recording. Yeah.
Okay, one of the ones to talk about is Kilgrath. We talked about him a little bit more already, and I know that your criticisms about him is just like, sometimes he overextends and doesn't wait for that trowel fetch slash more lock push, Sometimes he goes out and tries to make a play away from that. I think him, like understanding the small knowledge, like if you're watching this podcast and he plays
He
through
could
that.
just fix a few small things,
I
yeah, and
think
then it would just
I think
massively
he might
improve
be able
it.
to break in at like tier 1, like to be
Maybe you
honest,
think
because his
so? Yeah.
micro on the trials like really good if he would just be more
Interesting.
patient in some situations.
Interesting that you say that. Yeah, you might be right. I mean,
Like,
I really
is
didn't
he
see it
much
before,
different than
but
Zer in terms of like his actual micro on the trial? It seems like
right.
very similar.
Yeah, that's a really good point, I think, to bring up. Yeah, I would love to, if he came back and started playing again, would love to see more throwing from him. Like, yeah, it's one of those things, like, if he just fixed a couple things. Like, I saw him go into the backfield a lot with his Tro, and, like, Tro just usually are not a good backfield unit. They're so much stronger with support, right? Um, it's rare that you want to like dive into the backfield with a Tro. Like the only times I can think of where I sometimes might do that and it's be effective is like flag rally where you can dive in there and pick up a flag real quick and get the hell out, right? But other than that, yeah, it's. I think you might be right. I didn't realize his micro was that good, but you might be right. Um, he even did well against us in 2015, I think, and it might have was it against or no? Who did we watch him throw against? Was it against?
I mean, we watched Trow in 2016, the latest one we just did. He out Trowed East Wind hard on the Trow maps.
That's right. That's right. Yes, I wanted to say Genghis was in the game, but okay,
Oh,
that's right.
he might have out Trow Genghis a game
Yeah.
even.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
I'd have to look at it again. We already had it on recording, but like, yeah, it was either Genghis on the fetch. I can't remember. I think I want to say it was Eastwind on the trowel. I could be wrong though, but yeah, yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yep. And yeah, he set up a good and the year they smoked us on that
Yeah,
the map we just watched. Yeah, that he was throwing on that. So yeah, could be a good indicator there. You're right. I mean, I'm seeing it now. I had him and I never got along, so maybe I was biased towards negativity towards him. I normally am not super biased towards people I dislike, but it was more just like I saw him. I must have had a very bad sampling of his throwing, and I just remember seeing some like really big mistakes. But obviously those are not indicative of his throwing at all from the other stuff we've seen. So totally agree with that. Yeah, wish we could see more of that throwing. You're right. Like maybe he had potential to break in that top tier. You're right.
I don't really got anything else though. There's no other things I can think of.
Yeah, I don't either. I do. I gotta correct the record. I think 2015 was definitely their stronger team. And I mean, it shows. Like, I don't think it was just that I did a really bad job in 2015 with the trades, which absolutely was true as well. But um, they also had a fucking really strong team. So the 4-3 result, I've never felt good about that 2015 win because it always felt like we were going to win. I felt like they were like the super underdogs. But looking at these rosters again, it's like, you know what? They actually had a pretty fucking good team for
They
that
had Rawr
match.
on that team too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Man, that's a
Yeah.
strong team.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you would say that we're still slightly favored, but it's only slight, especially with Limp there. Maybe if Limp wasn't there, maybe I feel different, but I don't know. Anyway, no, Rat had some good teams there. It was going to be hard for him to pull off. What could he have done different? Like there might have been a couple trades he could have done a little bit better, but other than that, I think his capping was decent in this 2017 match. I think he was going to have a hard time kind of with that roster just competing. It's going to be a hard time. So I don't know if there was really much more he could have done as a captain. Because the one game he mistraded didn't affect things, and they actually almost should have won that. And then what was the other one they mistraded? It was like the game after, I think. Magilla. They did again. Like that wasn't their trade or their plan. It was just execution. So we just out executed them. What was the other thing he mistraded? I forget.
Let me look at the maps.
There was one other one that I really felt he mistraded, but can't really think of it.
Majestic Fall.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't get any souls, and oh yeah, think about this. If he had gotten souls and defended that fucking West flag with those souls, they might have won that game, dude. If you think about that, you know what I mean? That flag would have been way harder. So yeah, he screwed up that one. He could have given his team a win on that one if he had done that one better. But that still would have only been, well, it would have been 4-2. My mind is blanking. I thought it was 4-2-1. So
yeah, that's the
it would have been 3-3-1 then. Yeah. It would have been 3-3-1, which would have then at least put them into a tiebreaker. I guess would have been Terry's Desert tie-breaking game or something like that, right? So,
yeah.
So Rad, if you're listening, this is one example of whenever you're a captain, right? I always look back at what I could have done better to actually affect the outcome. I don't think that was the only thing I think he could have done to affect the outcome of all those games in that match that we played was that Majestic Falls. If he had gotten souls and defended that West flag to prevent the victory imminent, that's the one thing I definitely see that he could have done as a captain. Other than that, still think he did a pretty good job though as captain. It's hard to get all 7 games right. Everybody fucks up at least one game out of 7, so that's par for the course. Still pretty good job. So that's all I got to. We'll try to wrap up these MWC Finals series here in the next couple episodes, and then we'll move on to some other things for content finally. So we'll wrap it up there. Thanks everybody for watching, and take care. See ya.